call a slave that your whole round was literally like alluding to this nigga being a slave and trying to kneel to you and shit. Nobody kneeling to you. Get out of here with that. Gangster? Why is your name Gangster?
You about to get smoked.
How you stink more than weed?
Sit here and keep asking me questions about Sailor Moon like it's on the menu, like an honorable mention, and you want to sit here and ask me a lot of gay questions. Your genuineness be all fake, honestly. WWE, I feel like you always on the edge to ask gay shit, and then you think you know me, and then you was dying to put your friend on the pedestal. Make it make sense. Nigga literally had to draft Kings just to see a fan duel.
Latin King's eye told me let's cut straight to the chase. He vanished from the scene, not a trace. He told me to swear to God, did you see it coming? Or were you blindsided because you was too busy thumping? Through Angry Birds? That was a distraction. While your other half faced the fatal action. A bottle was thrown, a light was spun sideways. Now he's just a tail caught up in your blurry maze. While he was caught up in a daze, he was looking for better days. Until he was sent up there with God's praise.
Your whole round was literally like alluding to this nigga being a slave and trying to kneel to you and shit. Nobody kneeling to you. Get out of here with that. Gangster? Why is your name Gangster?
You about to get smoked.
How you stink more than weed?
Sit here and keep asking me questions about Sailor Moon like it's on the menu, like an honorable mention, and you want to sit here and ask me a lot of gay questions. Your genuineness be all fake, honestly. WWE, I feel like you always on the edge to ask gay shit, and then you think you know me, and then you was dying to put your friend on the pedestal. Make it make sense. Nigga literally had to draft Kings just to see a fan duel.
Latin King's eye told me let's cut straight to the chase. He vanished from the scene, not a trace. He told me to swear to God, did you see it coming? Or were you blindsided because you was too busy thumping? Through Angry Birds? That was a distraction. While your other half faced the fatal action. A bottle was thrown, a light was spun sideways. Now he's just a tail caught up in your blurry maze. While he was caught up in a daze, he was looking for better days. Until he was sent up there with God's praise.
Rock? Where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock?
10 rock and roll, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, your eyes do not deceive you. Rock, you're live? Rock, you got a lot of questions to answer, Rock. What about this? What about that? What about that? What about this? The answer to all the above is the answer will come when the answer comes. Rock, how come you don't have an opinion? Rock, You're straddling the pause on this. You're straddling the fence. Man, you got to pick a side, Rock. Here's the side that Rock picks. Here's the side that Rock picks. The side that Rock picks, first of all, there is no 10 Rock. There's just the Rock Fives. We'll get there in a minute. Second of all, the side that Rock picks is a very simple side. The Almighty Yahuwah and Rock. That's the side. There are no favorites here. There never will be favorites here. If you're in a situation, we'll examine the situation, come up with a conclusion. Want to get the information. That's it. Honestly, a lot of these situations are not worth the energy. Being honest with you. What situations are those? We'll get to that in a minute. First of all, let us first say this. All praise to the Almighty Yahuwah, for without the Almighty Yahuwah, there is not peace. There's not tranquility. There's not order. There's not patience. Okay, whatever, Rock. Don't care about your intro and all that. Let's get to it. Yeah, whatever. You know what the beautiful thing about having independent channel is that the independent channel goes and does what this independent channel wants to do. We don't operate on anybody else's requests. We're not here for views. We're not here for popularity. What do you mean by we, Rock? The we is the Almighty Yahuwah and the team involved. There ain't no team, Rock. It's just you. Actually, you are the team. If you've ever watched this channel, if you ever contributed, if you ever had an opinion on anything or a take or even information, then you are the team. Those are submissions. That's been said since day one. First of all, let's acknowledge the chat. Jason M is in the building. Salute to Jason M. Be sure to subscribe to Jason M. Tune in from work. Rock, what up? Salute to Jason M. A-Fan 1 of 1 is in the building. Want to be very clear with A-Fan. And not at A-Fan, but about A-Fan. A-Fan is good here. Oh, man, but A-Fan is welcome just like anybody else to voice a take on the subject. A-Fan is good. It's good conversation. There is no, and this is not just for A-Fan, this is for everybody. If you voice something here, it's not personal. All right? There is no personal beef here with anybody, no personal conflict. Honestly, it is not. Now, just because there's no personal conflict here, it doesn't mean that the other side has to like what happens on the channel. They're more than welcome to do that. It's not a problem. That's what the channel is for. That's what the channel is for. It's for discourse. We're going to disagree. We're going to agree. We're here for clarification. We're also here for discussion. We can agree to disagree. Not a problem. So A-Fan's good. Well, A-Fan, be sure to subscribe to A-Fan. A-Fan actually brought us some good points, honestly. And we're going to get to that. So what are we here for? What's this live about? As you see, Media Training 001. Why not 101? Because this is not just virtual, but this whole social media got a problem with media training, man. Don't know how to move. Don't know how to read. Don't know how to interpret things. Let's get at it right now. First of all, you are watching the Rock Files. You're more than welcome to subscribe. You're more welcome to hit the bell notification. You do not have to. You're more than welcome if you so choose. This is an open-ended channel, honestly. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we got HB2N. We want to be very clear. HB2N is correct. Got to hit up about this. You and HB2N, y'all chat behind the scenes. Y'all talk behind the scenes. Yeah. HB2N is a media outlet. We do chat behind the scenes. That is confirmed. Want to be very clear. HB2N and Rock have conversations behind the scenes. Very confirmed. And actually pretty good conversation. And yeah, this live will be a slightly different live. Not everything will be told. Oh, but many things will get cleared up. So be sure to subscribe to HB2N Nation. Want to be very clear. There's no what's the word? There's no conflict between Rock Files and HB2N Nation. HB2N Nation has the right to, express whatever about Rock Files channel. Well, the only question we'll say is that there is no 10 Rock. It's just the Rock Files channel. But that's our perspective of it. To answer the question real quick, HB2N is asked, has Social Assassin told you about his gay son? Absolutely not. Honestly, to go further, HB2N, there's so much information. That's the reason why we don't really comment too much, because a lot of it's convoluted. On one side, and this is, salute to the social assassin, salute to Pablo Picasso, Sigmash. There's so much, honestly, HB2N, that it would take probably months to 12 months to sort all that out. And this is not a courtroom over here. There's not a courtroom. Okay, let's go here. Let's go. A fan 1 asked a question. Did the team mention Greg? Is Greg convoluted? Let's talk about Greg right now. So actually, the team let's go to the team part. The team is not a hidden. Okay, Boston Entertainment Group Detroit is a whole separate business from when we say we and team. That's a whole different thing. That's the whole music side and booking national stuff. So that's not Boston Entertainment Group Detroit. They're only involved with doing some video edits and all this stuff. When we say team, we're talking about you guys. So if someone sends a flyer, we're going to get right to it, A-Fan. If someone sends a flyer and they say, hey, did you see this? That's not sent by a hidden Boston Entertainment Group or hidden Rock Files. All right. So that was sent by someone from the community. And the question we asked about it, let's go right to that to show you what we're talking about. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. Wait a minute so we can pull that flyer up. And this is our explanation. Again, after this explanation, draw your own conclusion. But this is our thought behind it. All right. So here is the community tab coming up. What is that? Oh, whoops. We gotta get this out of here. All right. There we go. Put that back. Beautiful. All right. So we're gonna go back there. We're actually going to go a little bit further back. And there's some questions that we were supposed to have up here that we don't have up here yet. All right. So let's go back to the Greg part that A-Fan is referring to. Give us a minute, please. All right. We'll get to that response in a minute. All right. Those are about that. Salute the DNA Tube episode out. Hold on a minute. We're getting there. All right. Here we go. Want to show you something of why this was posted. And this will explain a lot. This was sent to us actually by more than one sent this. The key to this whole post is this question right here. This is a question. All right, let's examine this. It was shocking to see this. All right, it was very shocking to see this. The redemption tour statement is the key. Because this is not saying that Greg is going to be redeemed. The question was, are battle rap leagues redeeming Greg? Do they have information that none of us have? That's the question. It wasn't worded properly or nothing like that, but that was the whole question. That's why there's a question mark. This was not a celebration of, ooh-wee, Greg is back battling. This was not that at all. Peep the question mark. To answer A-Fan's question even more directly, is Greg convoluted? Yes. Here's how the whole situation with Greg, and this goes to media training right now, the title of this. This started with horrible media training from Greg the Great. You don't get comfortable on these panels. That was discussed. Now, granted, once you get comfortable on these panels, hold on, my bad. Let's get that. Once you get comfortable on these panels, it becomes public information. And then the public does with the information what they do. That's Greg's fault. And then obviously we know the rollout from different paperwork and information. We got Yo 2 Times in the building. Yo 2 Times, salute, much respect. Be sure. Hey, June 6th, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to try not to be here too much for those that are on our IG and on the Facebook and all this good stuff. You know how busy it is. We have something that we just had a crazy weekend. We got more stuff coming up and all this good stuff. But to stay on topic, and again, be sure to subscribe to the Word Sport Battlegrounds. A Cold Day in Hell. Vince McMahon voice. That is coming up June 6, 2026. Salute to Yo 2 Times. Salute to everybody on the card. Salute. All right. There's problems on both sides of this. HB2N drops the paperwork. The paperwork that HB2N dropped on Greg is very compelling. There's no two ways about it. I want to be very clear. This channel has never spoke against saying that the paperwork was fraud. That paperwork is compelling. So then Greg the Great has a response against it. Say, hey, wait a minute. I got some paperwork that refutes that paperwork. Out of fairness, okay. Let's see the paperwork. Paperwork comes out. Very compelling. Very compelling. We're talking about state documents and all this stuff. We're not going to replay it. Y'all saw it already. Where it gets interesting. First, let's go. We're going to go. So we did HB2N part. HB2N drops paperwork. Greg drops paperwork. We went with a very brief history that Greg the Great started this with horrible media training on the panel. HB2N would also mention that this started with the battle rap fallout, right? There you go. So that all goes into horrible media training, right? Now, where are we now with Greg? Which is what the question leads to. And a fan, if we're not answering this, you can ask a follow-up question so that we can get more to the point. Where we're at with Greg is, honestly, Greg should stay off panels and sort this situation out before battling again, if it is to be sorted out. It's simple as that. First of all, the number one concern here is the health and safety of baby Addison. Please may it not turn out that anything happened to baby Addison, either through any abuse, harm, or anything. That's number one. That comes first. Sort that situation out. There are those that say it happened. There are those that say it didn't. Okay, Jason M has a comment about this. Let's read the comment. The paperwork is one thing. Their responses be killing themselves. That goes to media training, Jason M, and that's the whole point. Like, bad enough. How come these individuals are in this situation and then they look? Just a side note for a minute. Y'all know this. For whoever watches this channel is not even here for this, dog. You know, this channel is not here for the whole drama and people stuff. But actually, those that are involved in this, honestly, you're hurting yourselves, man. You're hurting yourselves. You can do a lot to help solve your own situation. HB2N. Maybe Rocket's convoluted in all these situations, and maybe Rocket's convoluted, and all these situations are really simple. Not all of them, HB, because there's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork from both sides. You know, don't get it wrong. Not every situation is confused or convoluted. It isn't. You know, like the crisis thing. We'll go to crisis right now. That's not a convoluted situation at all. That's a wrap. What do we do with that? I mean, we got body cam footage and then crisis. The very next day, you go live and you call that the title you called it. We would not say that title. That was horrible, crisis. That situation's a dub. That situation's a dub. Crisis did it. Obviously, Crisis, didn't see the whole live, so want to recuse Rock away from it. But didn't see the whole live, but saw enough to say that Crisis did apologize. But Crisis, that's a whole lot of beatings on females, bro. That's sad, man. That's disgusting. But first of all, may the victims of that beating, that domestic violence, may hope may to be healed, and may they stay away from Crisis. Crisis, you got a problem, bro. And this is coming from a channel that don't have a bias against anybody, but that's the problem, man. That's the problem. It's disgusting, honestly. Simple as that. A fan mentions Greg's paperwork has his social security number, and so does the refuting paperwork, if not mistaken, from the state of Florida and all that. It has the social security number also. Now, look, that's the reason why there's a rebuttal, and that's the reason why Greg. And not just Greg, but Greg and anyone that has this issue or anything dirty like this, figure this out before you do anything else, man. Clean this up if it can be cleaned up. If it can't be cleaned up, you got to go ahead and serve the penalty. That's it. That's really it. Clean it up, man. Clean it up. Stay off panels. Stay off community posts and all that. What's being missed? This is a question from HB2N. It's actually a very good question. Don't you think it's hypocritical of social sap? I can't talk. Don't you think it's hypocritical of social assassin to help raise a gay son but criticize Cassius Clay? HB2N, real quick, having a brain fart. Was the criticism of Cassius Clay because of only sexual orientation, or was it because of battling? Now, the sexual orientation part of it, that's very hypocritical. That's very hypocritical. That's very hypocritical. Because if you are raising a gay son, as said here for YouTube, just answering the question. All right. If you're raising a gay son, and then you criticize someone else for being gay and you're disrespecting their sexual orientation, but you're raising a gay son, that's hypocritical. If the criticism of Clay is like the battling part of it, to where I don't think the bars are good, that's not hypocritical. But yeah, the sexual orientation part is definitely hypocritical. That's hypocritical. Simple. It's hypocritical. HB2 and actually also want to address this. As far as the word creature, I want to show you something, HB. I want to show you something. The word creature, when we use it, because obviously that's our word. We've coined that word creature, right? I want to show you something. I want to show you who else we call a creature, just to clarify that, since we're having this discussion. Okay, it's down here. Okay, battle rap drama, da 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 da. Hold on. And we're just having a discussion. Again, after this, it's whatever. Hold on one second, HB. Well, I want to get to this information. We do see the comment. That's the show off part. Where's the Remy Ma stuff? Can't find the Remy Ma stuff. What's going on? The diss track stuff. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is who else we call a creature. Hold on. We call Remy Ma a creature, right? And we also did a live. Let's go to the live real quick, because this will even show that much more. Apologize for this delay. All righty. Chop, we're back. Lady Innocent. Boom. Oh, no, that's to innovate. Here we go. Now, obviously here, we did call Clay a creature, right? The innovate wins against a creature, right? Clay was called a creature. We're going to explain that in a minute. Here, we also called, this is just a month ago, we said the creatures are outside Remy Ma versus Miss Hustle. Right there, okay? Who do we call a creature? We call a creature anyone that is dressed up as the opposite of gender. That's what we call a creature. It could either be a trans person, it could be a cross-dresser or anything like that. That's what we call a creature. A creature is not used in our terminology. A creature is not used in our terminology to just go against homosexuals. We don't call homosexuals creature. That means if a male is a male and they have that, if a male is a male and they have that orientation, we don't call them, we don't even use the F word with them. We don't use the British cigarette. But yeah, if they're cross-dressing or they're trans and they're calling themselves trans woman and they're not a woman, we call them a creature. Simple as that. That's our terminology. Hold on a minute. Let's go to HB2N's comment now. It was only because of sexual orientation how he presented himself. Okay. Well then, yeah, it was only, yeah, that's hypocritical. If it did not reflect value, that's hypocritical. Simple as that. A fan, protecting women isn't drama. Women beaters shouldn't be given pity. Let them lay in the bed they beat in. 100% correct. A fan, honestly, there's no response to that. That's the response. And also protecting women, though, is not letting those that are not women call themselves women. They're not women. Yes, they would prefer to be called trans women and trans women, right? I'm a trans woman. You're not a woman. Them calling themselves a woman is disrespect to actual mothers and sisters, significant others. We will not call them a woman. No, you're not a woman. Now you're transgender. You can call it transgender. If the term tranny is a little bit too much, fine. But you are not a woman. Protecting women is calling women a woman is a woman, period. Only a woman is a woman. And that's where that will stand. And I completely agree with A-Fan, protecting women isn't drama at all. The only part of it that's drama is the response to say that, no, I didn't do it. But here's the key to that, A-Fan. If someone then says they didn't do it, and then they then there's other paperwork or evidence that says they did do it, then they're losing. I just say, going to say this very clear to you, A-Fan, and also to the chat that's listening. All these ones accused of beating females, beating women, beating significant others, they look bad out here. Not just look bad, it is bad out here for them. Because the defense is not complete, while the offense is very sustainable. They got a lot of work to do. Maze, salute to Maze. Maze is here. Rock, salute, OG, salute to Maze. Be sure to subscribe to I Am Mazer for. Be sure to subscribe to I Am Mazer for. Very good music mixing channel on there. A-Fan says creature sounds homophobic. It's not meant to be homophobic at all. And if homophobia means that, as far as a fear of those that have a same-sex gender, there's no fear. This is categorizing. There's no offensive thing meant here. There's no offensive thing meant. It's just that, no, we're not going to let non-women call themselves women. We're not. Sorry. And look, this is not just a Clay thing. We just showed you what we call Remy Ma might actually be a biological female. That Remy Ma and who else? Miss Hustle, they look suspect. And they are in Hollywood. They look creature-ish. They look very, very creature-ish. Very creature-ish. And they seem creatures. They have mannerisms. And some of these, So, yeah. Who else we got? Okay, we got greetings. Oh, we got Get Your Bars Up Me to BA. Be sure to subscribe to your bars ain't up enough. Your bars ain't up enough. Get your bars up. Be sure to subscribe to Get Your Bars Up Me to BA. Salute. What else we got? A-Fan has a point. Plenty of battlers beat women and got paperwork. No one cares. Crisis, Lou, Social, and Pablo are current drug addicts, but creatures are targeted. No, A-Fan, not only are creatures targeted, but they're targeted. But these women beater, we just said Crisis is a dub. We said that very clearly on this. Let's be very clear. There's nothing for Crisis. Crisis did apologize, it seemed, based off the portion of the live we saw, but that's a dub. That's horrible. And multiple, yeah, that's a wrap. Those women beaters are targeted here. It's not acceptable. What Crisis did to that lady I want to get this right, with the camera showing all that, the report she gave. Yeah, it's horrible. It's disgusting. And there's no pushback from it. Yeah. Now the question will be, what do we do with Crisis now? Obviously, those that rock with Crisis. That's their choice. Should Crisis be canceled? We were going to put that as a community post question on the Rock Files community post. But no, women beaters are not protected here, especially once proven, especially with the preponderance, preponderance of paperwork. That's a wrap. And every single woman beater, if you have that, I'm going to say this clear. If you got that on your jacket, serve the punishment and get that cleared before doing anything else. You should not be on a panel doing a community post and you got that on your jacket. You should not be going live and still doing whatever you're doing if you got that on your jacket. Either get that off your jacket. If you gotta go in, go to jail, whatever, do it. If you gotta apologize publicly, do it. Get this cleared before doing anything else. It can't be more clear than that. And definitely apologize to the victim or do a recompense of some sort to the victim. If the victim doesn't accept it, that should be automatic. And we ain't talking about just to say you're sorry. There should be whatever penalty to be served after beating women, females, sisters, daughters especially. That comes first. Handle that first before doing anything else. To be even more clear, hold on. To even be more clear, if you are a convicted woman beater, if now there's one thing, if you're convicted of that and you're in therapy and you're getting helped out, go get helped out, but don't go live until you have completed that and have served a whatever penalty for that. Different states have different penalties. If you got to go to jail, go to jail. Simple as that. Don't go live and go on panels if that's on your jacket. Go away. Simple. As far as canceling, there's a case for it to be canceled. There isn't. Oh, we got a lot of comments. Hold on. So to be clear, A-Fan, we care over here. Very much so. Very much so. But also, yeah, creatures are targeted and women beaters are targeted. What, we're missing comments? Okay. Have no idea about this. Jason M asked, did Crisis get super religious after those DVs? Crisis would have to be asked that. Have no idea. Have no idea. Jason M says, cancel them all. That's a submission. So Jason M has a submission to say cancel them all. That may be troll. I don't know. We'll ask. Get your bars up, media. Your Pistons would have done way better than those horrible Cavs. Yeah, but the Pistons ran out of gas, bro. The Pistons ran out of gas against Cleveland. That's that. You know we got to get some shooting. We got to get some shooting and keep our defense up. That's our fault. We blew an opportunity to play for an NBA title because there's no way the New York Knicks are better than us. We smoked them all season. So, but salute. I am Mesa for Crisis done and everyone who stand with them. So that's a cancellation. Salute to that. Okay. HB2 win. I want to see Crisis battle. What? Wait a minute. HB2 win. I want to see Crisis battle after the body cam footage. I don't believe in cancel culture. See, HB2 win. Let's discuss cancel culture. This is where it's 50-50. There's going to be some fence straddling stuff here. Pause on the phrase fence straddling. Because on one side, we got to have open-ended conversations about this to come to conclusions and also to get as much information as possible. On the other side, if they're not canceled, and here's a question. If they're not canceled, is that a penalty that they're not canceled, or is it a penalty that they get canceled? Because the main punishment of cancel culture would be that, okay, your voice is silenced. Well, if their voice is silenced, doesn't that mean they get more protection through privacy? So wouldn't cancel culture almost be a reward? So that could be a reason to not be for cancel culture. To flip it around, if they don't get canceled, could that be a penalty? Because now everything's exposed. Cancel culture is not automatically a punishment. And look, this is coming from a channel that has a speaker on it that will never cam up. Why, Rock? Why won't you cam up? This has been talked about forever, right? Well, the reason why Rock will cam up, to keep it all the way honest with you, and here is a blunt opinion, because of privacy. Don't want to be. This channel is not designed for someone to be it's not an individual personal channel. There will be a professional distance from those online to life offline. That's why we'll not cam up. Do not want to give information to a sloppy, messy network out here. And that's not a shot at HB2N. That's just saying in general. That's a shot at actually social media and Google. All the social media is owned by feds, wish not to give them photographed information. Here's some history for everybody. This channel has been suspended on many occasions because Google, through YouTube, or care of YouTube, has asked this channel to say, look, for you to continue, please show a photograph, show your ID to keep posting. That request was refused to YouTube. Therefore, it will be refused, period. There will be professional distance. Basically, personal will be kept personal, online will be kept online, offline will be kept online. That's why not coming up. But to go back to this statement from HB2N, we're going to get to the rest of the statements. Please be patient. I want to see Crisis battle after the body cam. I don't believe in cancel culture. Okay. So HB2N also is stating that Crisis should not get canceled. Okay. Hold on. We got more. Maze. I am Maze for Jason Real Talk. That's in response to the prior Jason comment. Cancel them all. So Jason says cancel them all. HB2N says I don't believe in cancel. So we got one for cancel. These are all submissions. Congratulations. HB2N is part of the we tonight. Jason M is part of the we. HB2N is saying, I want to see Crisis battle. Okay. Jason M has said, I do not. Cancel them all. Let's see who else got this. Okay, A-Fan, one of one. Nah, cancel Greg and Crisis. To be clear, A-Fan, real quick. And you have another comment, but just want to focus on this one. Should they be canceled from battle rap totally? Or should they be canceled from social media totally? What's the layer of the canceling that you would say? Only from battle rap or more? HB2, I'm sorry, A-Fan, the H. A-Fan has said cancel Greg and Crisis. So we got Jason, cancel Crisis. A-Fan, cancel Greg and Crisis. While HB2Win do not say to cancel Crisis. HB2Win. That's why I'm glad Yo-Yo on his own, he can book Social, Crisis, and Greg now. Okay, so HB2N is actually supporting, if it was to happen, that's up to Yo 2 times, to book Social, Crisis, and Greg on WordSport. Okay. But A-Fan disagrees. Yo-Yo booking that trio is insane. Okay. HB2 Win further. Imagine Pablo facing those Burger King angles. Pause at Burger King angles. That sounded weird. Anyway, facing those Burger King angles, he's cooked. Matter of fact, he's flame broiled. Oh, that's a bar. HB2 Win, you keep dropping these bars, you may have to step outside and battle somebody. But you're not a battler. Got it. Neither is Rock. Got it. Amazing people bars. All right. A-Fan. The guy spoke to Crisis. He was punching the lights out of Drea. And that goes back to the question, A-Fan, of when Jason Lim was asking, did Crisis find the Almighty, who's commonly called God? Did Crisis find that after this abuse? Crisis is on record saying that since then, there hasn't been, and not since that incident. There were other incidents obviously around then, but since that phase of his life, that he has atoned for a lot of that. That's what Crisis is, I believe, is on record saying. Jason M acknowledges HB comment. What else we got? Yo mentions y'all got to quit thinking about me so much as homoerotic. Pause. Mays mentions good way to look at it, Rock, as far as the cancel culture. Is it a punishment? And again, we're having a discussion. It's actually it's actually going to be based off of perspective, right? Some will say, nah, cancel culture, certain people got to get out of here, don't want to hear them. So let's go there real quick. When it comes to cancel culture, if you don't want to hear somebody, there's a thing called watch another channel. Like right now, there's 11 people on this watching this. There's about maybe 6 or 7 in the chat. Individuals that don't want to hear this Rock explanation, they have the right to go ahead. No, Rock, don't want to hear it. They have the right to go watch another. We basically cancel individual anyway. It's called change the channel. It's called move on. It's called unsubscribe, all that stuff. That's the way of canceling. Now to totally cancel something, that's a different layer. I'm just saying we all cancel automatically. HB2N got to respect that, Rock. Yeah, I mean, not I. FYI, the reason why, let's also go here. The reason why Rock doesn't like to say I is because that speaks of ego. That's a spiritual path. Look it up. But I like to keep things away from it being so egotistically spoken. Just try to stay away from that. That's a spiritual path that's being walked over here. That's the only reason. But HB2 mentions got to respect that, Rock. Okay. Let's see some more comments. Okay, this is a great question. A-Fan, to go live, don't you have to have an ID? No, you don't have to have an ID to go live, but to use certain features of YouTube as public, we have a live that explains this, by the way. We have to look that up. And that's not a shot at you, A-Fan. Just remember now that we have a live that explains what YouTube does. What YouTube, care of Google, or actually YouTube, a subsidiary of Google, does to use certain features like our community posts, right? To keep using that, you're basically capped at a certain amount if an ID is not shown. But now you can go live without an ID. Be honest with you, if it took having an ID to go live, there'd be no lives on the Rockfile channel. I'm sorry. Hey, look, let's call it a dub. Rock is not showing, and no one should really show a personal ID to a Fed. It's weird to even have to show a personal ID to a federally ran social media site. This is federally ran. Google is a company that has a federal contract with the United States military, United States government. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already got the information. Why the ID? Whatever. But in order to do other features, A-Fan, it does take, they request showing an ID. So like, let's say Rock wanted to do 35, or this Rock Files channel wanted to do 35 like community posts. They would cap it at 6 and say, sorry, your features have been suspended. You cannot post again for 24 hours unless you show an ID. And that's why we'll just stop. I'm not showing an ID to this place. A lot of these apps, Cash App, we'll just stick with Cash App. Cash App, even Facebook, Instagram on certain things, they request an ID now. That's scary. That's fascism, honestly. That's an invasion of privacy. Will not participate in that. Simple as that. And listen, obviously, virtual battle rap is at a very fragile point. Have no problem saying, well, Rock, you seem all right, you seem cool, but if you're not going to cam up and show us what it is, we can't rock with you. You shouldn't then. You shouldn't rock with Rockin'. Don't rock with the channel. Unsubscribe. Under no circumstances, Rock won't show no personal ID or get personal information online. Not doing it. Simple as that. Well, Rock, what do you have to hide? Okay, we'll go here. Personal business. That's personal business. That's it. And the jacket is clean over here. There's nothing weird, but that's a personal thing. That's not meant to be on a public billboard. Now, what's different between Rock and a battle rapper? A battle rapper is a public figure. You are battling. Leagues are involved with your personal brand. You're going to have to do it. And yes, to be very clear, on HB2Win channel, this was also mentioned, someone sent an IG. Yes, Rock was the one that said individuals should be vetted in advance. And if through that vetting they're not approved, they should not be allowed to battle. Get ahead of it as much as you can is what the point is. That's what we try to do on this channel, try to get ahead of stuff. That was the purpose of various posts here. That's why we ask questions, take that and all this good stuff. A-Fan. That's interesting. You found the loophole. Yeah. The loophole is just basically about the community posts on YouTube. StreamYard also, FYI, A-Fan, StreamYard does not have an ID requirement. Just to put that out there. So it's only YouTube that has it. A-Fan mentions, and A-Fan has described cancel or had defined cancel, scrub them from the internet. So A-Fan is not saying scrub them from just battle rap from the internet. HB2Win, that's an L. That's an L. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically a lot of the explanation there. We're going to ask a couple questions here. Let's bring the community post back up. Okay. Now, coming up very soon, we're going to start doing face-offs here. The question is going to be, wait. We got a comment. This is from HB2N. Hold on a minute. Let's put this here. There we go. HB2N. Do you think Yo 2 Times and BA will join forces again and have Crisis headline event? Can't even speak on it. Honestly, that'll be up to them. I'm not sure why they would do that. Not sure why they would do it, HB. Because they could have other battles do other things versus that Crisis event or versus Crisis headline event. Don't really see that. So to answer the question, no, do not see it. So we got the jokes. Maybe Mook will host that event. Okay. All right. The question we're going to ask as far as this for everybody, and we're going to run through this very quickly. So coming up soon, we're going to be doing face-offs on this channel. All right. Okay. The question is very simple. Oh, those are the Fro Crew potential matchups. Let's go a little further. Oh, hold on. HB2N mentions. Well, BA is a huge supporter of Crisis, especially after the body cam footage. Huh? I have no idea about that. Seriously, don't know. Didn't know that. Well, that'll be for if that's the case for BA, then that'll be BA's decision to do so. You know, I'm still not sure. Like, if someone is a supporter of Crisis, let's go there. If someone supports Crisis and they promote and they rock with him, it doesn't mean that they have to put him in a battle, though. So just because that BA is a supporter of Crisis, it wouldn't mean that he would have to, you know, put him on a battle card. So still don't see that happening. Still don't see that happening. Jason M says, please no Froku. Hold off a minute. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. A-Fan could call the digital demon card. That's cringeworthy, but okay. Okay. Anything with demon in the title is mad pause and cringeworthy. Hold on a minute. What we want to ask, and actually we're gonna have to remix this one. See right here, and this is before that that flyer. This is where we're leading from. Is the great situation resolved now? Most say no, but then there's still some that says yes, it is resolved. So if it's unresolved, it's interesting. So that's what all that was about. But let's go ahead and go here. Oh, and we asked this question already. So you'll see this is a repeat topic very quickly. Update from the newest information once for all. Should Greg the Great get banned from battle rap? Yes or no? And this definitely will not get discussed live either. That was 12 days ago. Obviously, we're discussing it now in conjunction with our conversation. 67% said yes. 33% said no. Okay. Here we go. The question here will be, of these battles, simple question. Which face-off would you want to see first from a Cold Day in Hell battle? Which face-off would you want to see first? Here we go, right here. We'll go here. All right. And we're going to add the fifth battle in a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, cool. We're good here. All right, good. Get your bars up. Get your bars up, media. What is this ninja talking about? Still bringing my name for what? You got it, though. Keep throwing rocks at the sun. Oh, okay, so that's in response to HB. Okay. A-Fan 101, Robs. Okay, so A-Fan, you want to see the Robs versus Gangsta face off first? Is that correct? If so, go ahead and put that in the comments. So that's one for Robs versus Gangsta face off. Okay. Now, just to let you know, we're going to explain what these percentages are. This is not for the face off. These percentages are for what will be battle of the night. All right. So who would want to see AO Dre versus Gullah JB as a face off first? We're talking about they're all going to get a face off, but which face off would you want to see first? AO Dre, Gullah JB, maybe? Because a lot of individuals are not familiar with AO Dre. AO Dre can rap. Would you want to get more knowledge about AO Dre, Gullah JB, or no? You know, Gullah JB, would you want to hear what he has to say? Okay. All right, hold on. So that's two. That's two for Robs and Dankster. Okay, that's two for Robs and Dankster. All right. Now, for A-Fan and Jason M. Oh, Jason M. We don't know half the card. Well, you know A-Game. You know Jackpot and Supernova. You know Pablo and Innovate. The only one that you don't know, if not mistaken, Jason, it would be AO Dre. Because everybody else is known over here. They battled over here before. As far as, you know, virtual battle rap. So what anybody want to see? Okay, so we got two. Oh, hold on. Oh, really? Okay. So Jason M just mentioned, okay, cool. I don't know A-Game, right? Yeah, A-Game battle, A-Game's last battle over here was against Greg the Great. That was on a Pick It Up. Yo, 2 times, if you're in the building, you can go ahead and confirm that. But I believe that was a pick it up card that those two battled. A-Game also battled on Verbal Online Arena, if not mistaken. C-Double, if that's not respected, go ahead and correct it. Respect. HB2 mentions. BA handpicked Crisis to be judged on this battle event and said he's a huge fan. What event was that? I don't remember that. Yeah, don't remember that. What event was that? Okay. All right. But that's the conversation between HB2 and BA with that conversation. So far, it's Dankster and Robs for the first faced off. Okay. Okay, so HB2 mentioned there was the event. Yo, okay, so that's the last Verbal Online Arena card. Yeah, that's the last Verbal Online Arena. Yo, 2 times was Nadia Ali. Okay. Huh. Remember reviewing that battle? Oh, you know what? Yeah, when reviewing that battle, didn't really pay attention to all the judging and all that good stuff. Was just reviewing the battle without the judging. That's why that was missed. Okay. So is it a HB2 win? Let's go to HB2 win. HB2 win. What face off would you want to see first? Would you want to see Ayo Dre versus Gullah JB, A Game 365 versus Yo 2 times, Danksta versus Robs, Jackpot versus Nova, or Pablo versus Innovate? Which face off would you want to see first? And this is how we get submissions. So everyone's seeing live how we get submissions. When we say these are discussions we have, and then we add up these discussions. And the reason why we go more with these submissions, these type of submissions, is because, okay. OG Capri, hey Capri, salute, man. First of all, Capri, congratulations on the movies. Congratulations on the moves. We see the moves. Be sure to subscribe to OG Capri's channel. Forgetting. I think it's the right to feed feed the need locally, I believe. Feed the need locally, YouTube. Okay, we got a vote here. HB2 win would rather see Pablo versus Innovate first. That would be a fire face-off. The only question would be, and this does not remove the submission. The question would be, should that be first or should that be last? Just to be clear, they're all going to get face-offs. Now, just to be even more clear, some of these will get face-offs. Some of these will get face-offs on this channel. Others will get face-off obviously on Word Sport Battleground. That's going to be arranged between the two channels. Oh, also, someone from IG just mentioned, Rock, what's up with your interview style? Well, there's different type of interview styles Rock will do. Okay. One interview style will just be for information and promotion. Other interview style will be more of clearing things up and stuff like that. Don't really get involved with virtual, to be clear. Don't really get involved with like too much controversy unless the controversy comes up in the interview. So ours is more informational and promotional. That's our interview style. We'll even say on most occasions. I ain't gonna hold you up. We try to keep it that way as an organization. Organization as far as the Rock Files Network, as far as this Rock File channel, when we say that. All right. Bruce Leaf is in the building. Definitely be sure to subscribe to Bruce Leaf. Bruce Leaf has a fire channel, fire movies and videos on there, man. Salute to Bruce Leaf, OG Capri, HB. Salute to HB1. Oh, yeah, that's right. Y'all both drive trucks. Forgot about that. Salute. Yeah, salute to the move on that too, Capri. And yeah, HB2 win. Much respect to the queen in your life, Ari Lee Ray. Trouble Lee Ray since day one. Salute. We forgot to do that. Apologies. Anyway, okay, so we got one vote, one submission for Pablo Innovate. All of the rest have been for Danksta versus Robs. And Danksta versus Robs is a good first face-off. Now, the question will be, if we go down the type of mentality or the type of possibility to have Pablo versus, to have Danksta versus Robs first, what should be the second face-off we do? What should it? So let's say we agree Danksta versus Robs is first. Should the next one be Jackpot versus Nova? Should that be it? Or should we go right to Pablo Innovate? Because keep in mind, if you go to Pablo Innovate too soon, the interest for the other face-offs might drop down a little bit. And don't forget, A Game versus Yo 2 times. That could be a very fire face-off too. Okay, so Jason M says the next one should be Pablo versus Innovate. This is for number 2. We're doing right here for number 2. Pablo versus Innovate for number 2. Okay, yeah. So we basically got a consensus that Danksta versus Rob should be number 1. And look, going to be very transparent. We're getting information. It doesn't mean that this will be the order. We just want to get a consensus. So Jason M mentions those are okay. Those are only 2 face-offs I would watch. Is between Danksta Robs and Pablo Innovate. Okay. Salute to that. And look, these are all submissions. And if anybody after this live goes off, you want to comment, you already see that there's comments that happen here anyway. You're more than welcome, And yeah, if something's got to get fact checked, open for it. One thing that this channel doesn't claim to have is to know it all. We don't know it all now, you know? So if you got something that was missed, maybe misrepresented, you're more than welcome. It's open forum that way. Is it an open panel? Not usually, because let's be honest, most of y'all don't know how to act on open panel. You know, we've tried to keep a topic going here. Yes, Mason's in the building. Salute. Okay, so right now, the two most requested ones are Dankster versus Robs, Pablo Innovate, right? What takes away from the face-off between Jackpot and Nova? Why does that not appeal more to y'all? Because keep in mind that HB2N is in the building, says facts. Yeah, no doubt. Not mad. What takes away from the appeal of seeing Jackpot and Supernova face off though? Because let's be honest, wouldn't it be agreed that Jackpot has a lot to prove here? I mean, the last Jackpot we saw was one of the worst Jackpots we saw now. And we know what Jack can do. It don't take away what Jack can do for a career, but that was not a good. Okay, so A fans right there on the same point. Because Jackpot last showing was Dookie. Okay, just had a visual of A fans saying Dookie. Hilarious. Anyway, but wouldn't that be more the reason to see the face off than not see the face off, A fan? Because Jackpot's gonna have what if Jackpot turns up in this face off? Then again, Jackpot usually turns up in the face off. He's usually pretty humorous. Plus, when this face off between Jackpot and Nova, we'll be able to measure Jackpot's interest in battling Nova face to face. Now, Nova's last showing wasn't Dookie, as A fan has said. It wasn't Dookie. Nova had a good showing against Rap Ref. Okay. Jason mentions, no, he needs to practice, not face off. Okay, but let's be honest. If these battle rappers are not ready now, look, this is May 26th. We're talking what? 2 weekends from 2 weekends from now that the battle's happening. They're not ready now. They ain't gonna be ready. Hold on a minute. Oh, we got Bunny in the building. Bunny, salute. Be sure to subscribe to Bunny 2.0. Bunny House, the baby. Salute to you, Bunny. Much respect. Yeah, and to answer this question, we're gonna get to Yo 2 Times comment in 5 seconds. How you doing, King? In a word, busy. That's why we're about to be signing off in a minute. But yeah, busy, man. Y'all see the vibes online. Y'all see it. Like we're heavy in our tour, man. We're heavy in our tour. Simple as that. But it's good to see you, Bunny. Salute. Be sure to subscribe to Bunny 2.0. Bunny 2.0. I'm going to go to sleep. Listen to your voice. Salute. Oh, Yo 2 Times to get to this. To think about a dude you don't talk to and doesn't talk to you is nasty. Gotta let me go. Wait. Let's read the comment correctly. Yo 2 Times. LOL, to think about a dude you don't talk to and doesn't talk to you is nasty. LOL. Gotta let me go. Quit holding on to me. WTF. Okay, that's what it's saying. Cool. A fan 1 of 1. Military affected minds us. Okay, a little bit lost on that one, A fan. And it's probably not even your fault, bro. Just reading too much. That's on rock on that one. Yo 2 Times. Holding a grudge is a sin, plus it's weird. Okay. Bunny says, what's up to Maze? We said so crap to. Oh, we said okay, cool. Oh, okay, got it. HB2 and Jackpot will definitely show up though. He knows he messed up with the last few battles. But see, it'll be nice, HB2 to see that in the face off. And look, we're not going to sit on this panel. We're not going to sit on this channel. They rhyme. Apologies. We're not going to sit on this channel and act like Jackpot can't get people out of here, right? You know what I'm saying? That Jackpot has the ability to get people out of here. Like, okay, HB, you don't know this, HB2, but this has been coined redemption versus reminder in a lot of ways. Obviously, redemption for Jackpot and a reminder for Supernova. Because Supernova is one of the most improved virtual battles out here. Let's be honest. Before Supernova started migrating over here, Supernova was one of the worst virtual battle rappers out here. But he stepped up a lot. And of course, he peaked with his performance against Rap Ref in that battle. There are some that still say that maybe Nova got that battle. Most say that Rap Ref got it. So Jackpot, it'll be just nice to see what Jackpot in the face-off. And it doesn't, and these face-offs don't have to be all day either. It'll just be maybe like an interview, get a couple bars off, what you're going to do, and get up out of there, just as additional promo. So HB2N is saying Jackpot will definitely show up, though. He knows he messed up the last few battles. Okay. Hold on one second. We got some more. We got a lot of comments to get to. Rich, bear with us. Bunny, vibes online, energies don't lie. Salute to Pablo. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's the song. Yeah, y'all should check that song out. The song's fire. Yo, 2 times pulled the bandage off A-Fan. Okay. Yeah, 100%. You know what? And A-Fan literally just caught on to that. So A-Fan 101 says, not all comments just for you. Rock the chatters too, 190. 100%. Over here we try to give as try to respond to as many comments as possible. Bunny, y'all got to fill me in. I have most of these niggas blocked. Yeah. We're just discussing. Well, we started out with a clear up of media training. How a lot of these individuals that are accused of a lot of stuff do not help themselves by still going on panels and community posts. And want to say this to Innovate. Salute to Innovate. Innovate and Rock had a discussion on community posts. The comment about community posts wasn't just Innovate. It was just in general. Honestly, on Twitter, X, that's a nasty name for a social media site, is X. Anyway, but on Twitter, the space is like a community post. And think about how much drama pops off of that because of the mismanagement and the media training. There's all this stuff that slips out. And next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of problems. That's the same thing that happens on YouTube community posts. The same thing that happens on Facebook posts. The same thing that happens on Instagram posts, right? And also now we get to what applies to virtual. The same thing that happens on StreamYard. These individuals got dirty jackets. They get on these panels and it gets worse for them. Now, one thing that was said about the Great situation, Greg was on the panel. He got pushed, salute to Legend. And OG, salute to Legend, OG Capri. He got pushed. He walked down the street. That lady, I think it was the mother of some daughter. That lady did say, nah, that wasn't the case or something like that. So that was a positive. The negative was that the lady went off on Greg for interrupting her. See what I'm saying? You got to be careful how these panels are used. It's basically like this. If you're going to be on panels a lot, don't get comfortable. Social, that includes community posts. Don't be comfortable there. This is, you are in the public. And the second it gets to the public, what they do with it, is public information now. A-Fan, others start complaining when we were talking about their event. That's weird. Okay. HB2N, yeah, I think after Jackpot bodies Rio in a face-off, he lost interest in battling. HB, would you also say that because Rio also did the no-show, that added even more when Rio no-showed the battle against Jackpot? No-show the battle is crazy. Yo, 2 times worst sport battlegrounds. I have zero problem with you talking about my event. You talking about me? That's weird. Get off my. It's been months since we've talked. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of comments. Just skipped. A-Fan, twice got a problem. Block me again. Twice emotional game. You don't like my comments. I throw hands. A-Fan, stay ready. Worldwide world. Okay. So this is between you two. I'll let the other. We'll stop putting that out there. Ain't tough. Bunny mentions you don't drop links, Rock. You know what? We can. This is just meant to be just a very short live about media training and also to ask the question, about different face-offs, what order we should go in for a cold day and Herald card and all that good stuff. But we can. If you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome, Bunny. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, we can drop a code for a minute. All right, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and lock that code in, pin that code. We can do that because we're basically done with what we said. We got a comment from H. Was that from A-Fan or HB? A-Fan. Okay. HB2 and absolutely. Okay, salute. Hold on a minute. Just want to be sure we're getting everything. Try not to miss a comment. Okay, that's you. Ha! Jason M. We need some media training in the comments. Absolutely correct. HB2 win echoes the sentiment. I was just thinking that, Jason M. Yeah. Okay, okay. Good for you, a fan. You don't want this. Okay, we dropped that. Go talk your talk. Okay, okay. So we'll let y'all two handle that. All right. So yeah. Hey, Bunny, the code has been dropped. You're more than welcome. The topics we're discussing is media training, and to be more clear about what we mean by media training, because that may be a term that's not familiar to the audience. Media training is basically it's what the phrase implies. How do you conduct? What do you say in a public forum, such as television, obviously such as StreamYard, newspaper? How do you conduct yourself? Unfortunately, by that being a public format, you know things you say will be used against you. So there's a certain way you must move. Unfortunately, yeah, you have to be careful of the words you use. You have to be very, and not just of the words and spoken on these public formats, but media training is also what to do in a situation in front of a public medium. You know, stuff like that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now, we have her, and yes, we are live, Bunny. We got Bunny in the building. Bunny, what up?
Hi, I love your introduction, Drac.
Respect. Appreciate it. Yeah, we try to highlight anybody that comes up. You know, have a
Yeah,
conversation.
you are amazing.
Much respect, Bunny. Much respect, Bunny. Everything going all right, Bunny? We ain't chopped it up in forever. So how's the baby? How's
Yeah, I, I am in awe. Um, everything's been going great.
excellent. Oh, good. We could use some good news around here. That's good. First of all, may the Almighty be with you, your family, your wonderful baby, and all your situation, man. That's good to hear that. It's good to hear that.
Yeah, I am. I am. I couldn't ask for more for my children.
Beautiful.
Thank you
Beautiful.
so much for asking. And so, what's going on here? Like, what's going on with I appreciate your input. I know a lot of people have a lot of discretion with
Mhm.
um what you bring to the I guess we're gonna call it digital now. Because you know Yo Yo is the key owner founder of this whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna call it digital.
Okay.
And I appreciate the whole sequence and the whole everything that's being done. I'm glad Yo Yo's back out. I'm glad about the battles that's happening on June 6th.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it is what it is. I know a lot of people tried to come in between what was happening. But you can't stop greatness.
Mm. Okay. You know what? Just to say that, and Bunny, since we have you, you mentioned the card. So these are 4 to 5 battles. Which of these battles, and we're going to go to the 5th battle, of course, which is Pablo Innovate. So you got Pablo versus Innovate. You got AO Dre versus Gullah JB, and you got A Game 365 versus Yo 2 times, Gangsta Robs, and of course Jackpot Supernova. Which battle are you the most looking forward to seeing, and why?
Um, I okay. I'll start from the bottom.
Okay.
I've grown to love Supernova. I feel like he's a very animated battle rapper.
Mm-hmm.
He's very articulate with his words. Jackpot, I like him for other reasons.
Okay.
Robs and Dangsta, I feel like that's a very exciting battle.
Okay.
Yo 2 times versus A game, that's a very lyrical battle. Yo 2 times comes with the lyrics, A games comes with the lyrics. Gala, and I don't know AO Dre,
Right.
but I know Gala is very, very a very good battle rapper.
Mhm.
So,
And
so
just
from
to
the
add,
top to bottom, I have Gullah,
okay.
Yo Two Times, Robs, and Supernova.
Okay, so you're talking about who you think is going to win. So you got Gullah over Ayo Dre. You got Yo
Mm-hmm.
Two Times over A Game
I have
365.
everybody on the left.
Everybody on the left? Or no,
I
you mean the
mean,
right.
yeah, the right, the
The
right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what about this battle here? Just to get the whole card in. Hold on a minute, please. It should be up here. I hope so. Yeah. What about this battle right here?
I gotta see it to believe it. I don't know. I can't even say. I'm not gonna even lie.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can't lie.
this is going to be look. Having talked to Pablo, having talked to Innovate,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this is
Mm-hmm.
some inside information, but not revealing too much.
Yeah.
Innovate has claimed, if Innovate is watching in the shadows, if it is
Yeah,
not
I
respect,
know Innovate is gonna come, but it's like Pablo, he is a bully. Pablo, he's not gonna say what he wanna say to you, but in a rap battle, he'll say what he wanna say to you. So
mm, hmm hmm the thing to watch in this battle, and we're just giving information. You know, we already picked our early, what they call that, the early returns winner. We picked that already, but just gonna say this: pace is going to be very important in this battle. Who can have the pace, and also who can hit the most amount of moments against their opponent? Like, and let me be honest with you: if the Innovate that battled Clay battles the Pablo that battled Yo Two Times, we're going to have maybe, maybe,
mm-hmm.
maybe the greatest virtual battle rap match we've ever had. If those two at that level battle each other, we may have to just sit here and just go preference. We may have to sit here and just go, wow, what do we do? You know, it'll be a channel like Rock that will pick a winner, and then the whole world will disagree, and that's fine. But this has the potential
Mm-hmm.
to be the greatest battle rap matchup, virtual battle rap matchup ever, because they
Yes,
both.
if it's edited right, if it
Yeah.
comes out right, even after the live battle, if it comes out a specific way, it could be the best of all time. Yes, I agree.
So HB21 has a comment, and this is something to definitely consider. Pablo has a debatable with Yo Yo. He's got no chance with Innovate. Okay. But wait a minute now. That here's a rebuttal to that. That Yo Two Times we saw versus Pablo was the best Yo Two Times we've seen. And this is Yo Two Times that got people out of here. So that debatable with Yo Two Times may not be a setback for Pablo in that battle. And don't forget that battle was called the best battle of 2025, not just by this Rock Files channel either. You know. Now, as far as have no chance to innovate because of that, I'm gonna be honest with you, HB2 and was very impressed with the innovate that battle Clay. And look, HB2 since you're here, we just want to say this about Clay. You got to hear this directly. Whatever the creature name called Clay and all this, going to say this very clearly. And HB2 you can back this up because this was also stated in our conversation in IG. Clay would get about 80% of virtual battle rap up out of here. Clay does not have the greatest pen, but Clay battles better than 80% of virtual battle rap. Here's some people that Clay could get rid of right now.
Who's Clay?
Oh my bad, Cassius Clay, which was Innovate's last
Oh
battle.
yeah.
So here's a couple people that Clay could get out of here. We're gonna go overall battle rap, and then we'll go virtual. And this is just some things to think about. Overall battle rap. Clay versus Swave Sever. Clay will destroy Swave Sever. Clay will destroy Swave Sever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one, right? Let's keep going. Obviously, and look, Smoker with the Smoker Jersey, New York, Connecticut, whatever. Clay will smoke the smoke of New York, Jersey, Philly, whatever. So that's two, right? Let's keep going. Keep going. Honestly, Let's get another one. We had it on the list. It is an overall battle. We're going to go virtual after this one. Clay would, yeah. Who's that guy? RBE. Oh yeah, Clay versus Show Off. Clay. Clay versus Show Off. Clay. Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Clay will destroy. Clay will destroy Show Off. Yes. So that's overall battle rap. Now let's go virtual. Clay, look, Mr. E, we rock with Mr. ENT. Clay would destroy Mr. ENT virtually. Sorry. Because ENT kind of stumbles in places and doesn't switch up the dynamic like Clay does. So Clay would destroy Mr. ENT. Hold on. Nah, Clay would not destroy Gullah JB. There's no. Gullah JB got Clay. It'll be interesting to see Clay battle A-Fan, but A-Fan has a unique quality that might disarm Clay. Pause if necessary, which it is. Trying to come up with another name just to keep it short.
Rack.
Yes.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. We have something right here. We have a couple comment. A-Fan, creatures are cool now. We're talking battle rap. We're not talking about as human beings. Battle rap ain't going. Battle rap.
A-Fan would not be good against
Clay?
Yeah, it wouldn't. No.
Okay. You disagree with that? Even if A-Fan is clean, if A-Fan clean all the way through that, some of the stuff you would say to that Clay? No? Okay. All right. Got you. HB2N. Clay will smoke Social Assassin. That's a submission. If the Social Assassin that battled A-Fan battled Clay, Social Assassin could win against Clay. Going to say this. If the Social Assassin that battled Maze and doesn't get back to that bar battles Clay might win that one. Clay might win that one. So it depends on which Social Assassin will show up. The Social Assassin versus Maze, advantage for Clay.
It depends because Clay is from the Bronx. So she can get into that disrespectful stuff. But if Social get into his you know, if Social get into his bag where he can like when Social get into his not racist, but he can like disrespectful bag, like get like just raw into it, not thinking. I think Social. I mean, I like Social as a battle rapper. I like Pablo as a battle rapper. I don't feel like they're corny. I don't feel like they cause they made it this far. Being who they are, rapping the way they rapped because I don't feel like they're corny. I feel like if they just let loose a little, just let loose. Like fuck it, fuck it.
Don't think so much in the battle.
Yeah,
Don't
right. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let loose.
Yeah.
Get into it. They could be great. I feel like they'll take um they'll take her.
So Jason had mentioned social. Are y'all serious? Dude is trash. The best social we've seen was against A-Fan. That's the best social we've seen. Now, has social reached that level often in battle? And every battle, it hasn't been at that battle. The mistake that social did against Maze, it was just too comical. Like, it's kind of what Bunny's saying, but we just want to add this. It's got to be more dynamics with social. Like social, he's going to be funny, right? He has to also bar and just go to take from Bunny. Just go off. Bar. Use the bar.
Yeah, go off. I feel like they be thinking about, oh shit, like we in the black community. Let me not say that. No, fuck it. Just go off. Just do it. Just do it. Just do
Because
it.
respectfully, that's what Maze has done in a lot of his battles. Maze
Yeah,
has
just do
Maze has let it
it.
go.
Like fuck it.
And look, another battle rapper that has done that, even though we can't stand his voice, is A Game 365. He'll just get up there and say, "Look, this is what I got." And honestly,
I personally like A Game.
you like his voice, or do you
I
just like
no,
music?
yeah, A Game. I feel like A Game is really fire.
Okay. So
Am I
let's
the only one?
well,
A
but
Game is fire. I feel like I heard him one time before, just one time. I feel like he's fine. I feel like he's good. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I can't really comment in the chat because it's like too much to say. But while I'm on here now, I can say he is really. A Game is fire. Yo Yo did a big one with that one. A Game is fire.
okay. So A fan in response to the A Game, right? A fan says A Game is good. The matchup is ish. Okay, so A fan, real quick, and this is for everybody. For those that don't like the matchup of A Game 365 versus Yo Two Times, what don't you like about the matchup? If Yo Two Times is shown that the very best Yo Two Times is actually one of the best battle rappers in virtual out here, and if one of the and if the narrative that A Game is good, you have a good versus like almost great virtual battle rapper. Shouldn't the matchup be a good matchup or no? Wait, get your bars with me to BA. A Game is fire. He's from the Northwest. A Game has had good showings out there, but gotta say this: the showings have been in person. A Game's a little bit different on virtual, but A Game is not bad on virtual. All right, HB2 win. His mic is always messed up. I think that's why Yo Yo booked him. Oh, so HB2, and you're saying this is a lineup? You're saying this was booked purposely because Yo Two Times sees food, or for those that are not familiar with the vernacular, sees a win here. But see, that's kind of dangerous because A Game, just because A Game's mic's been messed up, if A Game, and it's very likely, A Game takes it seriously.
Well,
So with a good mic. Oh, go ahead, Bunny.
Yo Yo last battle against was his battle against Robs, right? I feel like he was it against Robs.
Yeah.
Who's Yo Yo's last battle?
Yo Two Times last battle was against Pablo Picasso toward the end of 2025. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. And that was called, this is for the audience, Bunny, but this for the audience.
Yeah.
That was called the Battle of 2025.
I think it was Yo Yo. Was it a 3-round battle, right?
Correct. 3 rounds.
I think it was Yo Yo 2-1 against that. I'm sorry, Pablo, but Yo Yo did pretty good.
And look, there's a case right now. Obviously, the consensus chose Pablo. The consensus did chose Pablo, which was a huge factor of how Pablo won Virtual Battle Rap Champion 2025. But don't get it twisted. In that type of battle, there was some compelling discussions. Someone said, "Nah, I got Yo Two Times because obviously he did, the very innovative scheme that Yo Two Times did on himself. Showing different sides of him. He played it to the black side, white side. That carries some weight. Plus, Yo Two Times. Look, one thing that Yo Two Times did well in that battle, he did not have a stumble.
No, Yo Yo never stumbles. That's the thing.
Well, we can't say that. Whoa, AK Asia. We can't say he never stumbles. Remember the AK Asia battle?
Oh well, that was a sort of. I gotta look at it again. That was like a personal type of battle. I don't know what was going on with them two. I don't know what happened in the past with him and AK, but I gotta look at that again. That stumble. I gotta look at it. I think he wanted to say something he couldn't say or didn't want to say. You know how Yo Yo is, so it just
To keep it short, it seemed like in that battle, and this is going straight off of memory. In that battle, Yo Two Times just simply psyched himself out. That's what it was. Like he for lack of a better word, he was anticipating the line. And
Bruce Leaf, watch your mouth.
Okay, let's go to Jason M. Jason M. I don't like none of the matchups, but Pablo versus Innovate. The other matchups were like easy win for the more popular names. don't be so sure
Y'all
about.
can't be so like critical. Like this is virtual battle rap. The way y'all, I don't even see y'all on like the regular channels of battle rap judging these battles like the way y'all do here.
Did
That's
this
the nasty part.
this Jackpot versus Supernova. Don't sleep on Supernova in this battle. This is no disrespect to Jack. All right,
I like Supernova. I like his
Super
energy. I like his confidence. I like
Supernova.
Supernova.
So just going to say this for Supernova, and this is again no disrespect to Jack, but Supernova's pen has gotten better his last three battles. Now,
Mm-hmm.
will it be at the level to compete with a Jack on 10? We don't know. But you take that personality Supernova has, the entertaining quality, the animation is mentioned, with an improved pen. Supernova can show up in this battle, and if Jack has a misstep here or there, Supernova can win this battle. Are we saying he will win the battle? No, we're just painting you a picture about a possible thing to look at a matchup here. Oh wait, we missed a comment. We missed a comment. A fan mentions a cold day in hell needs a. Where is B Facts? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's read this comment. A cold day in hell needs a B Facts matchup. That would make sense. He is purposely taking an easy match. Where is B Facts? B Facts ain't been around since he been around. Where B Facts at?
Who's
B
perfectly taking the easy match though? Who's purposely taking the easy match? Who is
okay.
A fan talking about?
A fan and of course A fan will correct it if it's not respected. A fan is referring to Yo 2 times having an easy match against A Game 365.
Wow, A fan.
Yeah, so it's A fan, if not mistaken, is considering the A Game 365 versus Yo 2 times an easy match.
Why are you so mad at Yo Yo, A fan?
Okay, we looked at that. We got everybody. We got everybody. Okay,
Yeah, you got everybody.
so just want to go to Jason M's comment, and we're going to go back to A fans in a minute. The AO Dre Gullah JB, that's going to be a compelling match. Although Gullah JB, he's the most dangerous when he has something to prove or a reminder. He's another reminder type of guy right now. You know, Gullah JB is one of those ones. Don't forget, Gullah JB does have on his resume a battle of the night, and he also has a body of the night on his resume recently. We're talking about recently. All right. AO Dre, this is debut. You know, AO Dre has a shock effect as his favor. He could come in if, let's say, all of a sudden he wows it, and let's say the consensus is used to seeing Gullah JB, it could get dark for Gullah JB. You know, that's just something to watch for. But don't sleep on this Supernova Jackpot battle. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. So this is the response to Jason M's comment about I don't like none of the matchups, but Pablo versus Innovate. The other matches look like easy win for the more popular names. It's that Jackpot Supernova, man. And listen, this is just analysis. You know, we haven't given our full predictions
I
yet.
like the Jackpot and Supernova. I don't know what people are talking about.
Yeah. I mean,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, Supernova's coming off a good battle against Rap Ref. Jackpot has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is really good because you're going to get a motivated Jack. Yo 2 times mentioned earlier the comments way back, but Yo 2 times mentioned earlier that no, it was HB2Win that mentioned. Excuse me, HB2Win mentioned that Jackpot.
HB2N mentioned what?
Yeah, he mentioned that Jackpot knows he messed up the last couple battles and he has something to prove against Supernova. So that he's going to show up. In other words, that was the statement.
No, he's wrong. I just think this is a battle that Jackpot would be interested in. And this is Supernova. Of course, Supernova is well known in the battle rap community. So why not take Supernova seriously?
Now, okay, so let's discuss that, Bunny. The stigma on Supernova still to this day, even though it doesn't hold up with his last three battles he had, is that Supernova is all animation, all entertainment, no bars. That's his stigma. So Jackpot don't really see it happening in this battle.
It's like the same though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Supernova, I know he'll come with bars. If they say who you want to bet on, I'll say Supernova, because he'll come with like some sort of bars, some sort of punches, haymakers. I need to see Jackpot really rap. I haven't seen it in years.
Mhm.
But Supernova, I know he will come with something.
Supernova. The reason why this matchup is so good between Jackpot and Supernova is they both have something to prove. We look on this channel. Okay, Suit the Bunny. On this channel, we've talked so often about fat cat battles, right? Battles to where individuals feel like they've already arrived and they just collected a check and nothing's really on the line. So you're just going to get a battle rap concert versus a battle rap match, right? You're not going to have that in Jackpot and Supernova. These individuals are going to come to rap. They both got something to prove. They both got something to prove to themselves, honestly. I mean, skip the consensus, skip a rock, whatever a Rock Files channel is, whatever. We're just talking. But they got something to prove as far as their skill set and what they can do in a ring. Virtual battle rap, even though it's down right now digital battle rap, what have you, it is still a ring. The video and the footage will live. Do you really want to be up on here, with the same rollout of like, oh, well, it's just virtual, it's just digital, don't care, and you look like trash? You know what's funny about that narrative? What's funny about that narrative? There's all this disrespect of virtual battle rap, digital battle rap, on-screen battle rap, whatever, what have you, right? And a lot of it is warranted. There's a lot of parody here. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of individuals that don't take it seriously, but it's funny. Then A, why accept the battle? And then B, why do poorly on it? If the format is so bad, right? It's a bad format. We don't take it seriously, whatever. If the format is so bad, do well on it and step on it. Step on your match. Show levels. It's weird how individuals do poorly here and then say, well, it's just virtual. It wasn't just virtual when you look like trash in the battle. I mean, that's weird. So it's just virtual and you look like something minor league to you. I mean, it's kind of like you can dunk on a 10-foot rim, but an 8-foot rim, you can't dunk. Go ahead and dunk on an 8-foot rim if it's so bad. Go ahead and dunk on a 6-foot rim if that's what you think of virtual and you accepted the match. There should be no reason anybody on this card has a subpar performance. None. Otherwise, why take the battle? Well, it's money and whatever. And look, that goes to media training also. Not a single one of individuals on this card, and honestly don't see this happening, to repeat, and honestly don't see this happening, but there should be nobody on this card that has that trash rollout about, oh, well, I know my performance, especially right after the battle, right? How often have we seen this? Someone has a battle, right? They do bad, and the first thing they want to talk about, well, yeah, see, what happened was the reason why I lost. Media training 001. After a battle, please don't lose the battle directly after the battle. Don't say you lost. If you say you lost, you lost. And don't start going into the excuse bag. Oh, yeah, see, what happened was my baby mama called me on the phone and, interrupted my video and my audio. That's why I couldn't finish my bar, but you got it, though. Don't do that. That's so stupid. And look, it's stupid on you, though. It's stupid on you. No one on this card, please do that. Have your bars ready. Do your thing. Bunny, salute. Hey, Bunny, if you want to come back, you're more than welcome. If not a problem. We're gonna be cutting this live short anyway. This is supposed to be a very short live. We cleared a lot of air, gave a perspective on a lot of things that were said. And listen, we're gonna leave with you with this, right? None of us in virtual battle rap are friends, unless you have a friendship offline that stays offline. None of us on battle rap are like family like that, but we can be cordial. Think about it like co-workers, right? That's the distance. Hey, say hi and bye and keep it moving. We don't got to get all close, dog. We don't have to be all close because honestly, we shouldn't be. We see what happens when individuals get too close and the least little petty thing knocks everything out of the way. So for this channel, so we're clear, this is co-worker. This is the professional sector over here. We have no conflict with nobody. Ain't trying to do nothing crazy over here. It's analysis. We try to get as much information as possible. That's where it stands. That's it. There are no favorites over here either. None. The only favorite over here is the almighty Yahweh. If we ask a question, it's only a question. There's nothing else behind it. Now, and also one of the last statements. This is not a personal channel. This is not the 10 Rock channel. This is the Rock Files. That means this is information. It's not personal. We're not here for views. Don't care about all the fake YouTube numbers and all that they say you got. This is not that channel. Salute to those that do that. No problem. You're more than welcome. This is not that channel. This is not the channel for personal this. This is not the me channel. This is not the I channel. This is not the you channel. This is not a petty channel. It's not. It's information, and you can read the header on this. The header, as far as the description, this is a data, information, and conversation channel. All are welcome to have a conversation. And watch this. We don't even have to like you like that to have a conversation. We can kick it. We can kick it, clear the air. You go your way, we go our way. That's it. There will be way less lives here. This live, the only lives. Yeah, and here's a Rock Files update. The only live that will be here, because this is an exception live you're listening to or that you witnessed. The only live that'll be here. Okay, we're gonna get BA. Yeah, let's get BA. Ladies and gentlemen, come to the stage right now. It is from Direct Get Your Bars Up Media. BA's in the building. BA, what's up, man?
Get your bars way, way up.
It ain't up enough. Your bars ain't up enough. Salute, bro.
What's happening? What's happening, Rock? How are you, bro?
It's all good, man. Yourself, sir.
I'm well, man. Just got through shooting some content on my reactions channel, man. We are almost at 20,000 subs over there, bro. Almost there, bro. Almost on, not on the main channel, but on the reaction channel. So we growing, and I'm blessed right now, bro.
No. Handle your business. And for those that don't, Get Your Bars Up does have a reaction channel. Be sure to subscribe to that, man. Salute to that, Salute.
For sure, man. How's everything with you, though, man? Because it's been a minute. I only see you pop up here and there, and I don't catch all of your lives, but I caught this one, though.
Yeah. It's crazy busy. Ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, most of our energy is toward our company. Is definitely toward these tours. We just we went to Chicago the weekend. So not this past, we went to Chicago, place called Gracie. Salute to that. We just had a national act in Hamtramck, Michigan called Mighty Mystic come through. We just did that. We were in Ohio. We're gonna be in Florida soon. Yeah, man, it's insane over here.
Hey, congratulations, because that means you're working. That's what that means.
Oh yeah. And above all else, helping a lot of people. So individuals that have an independent type of genre, independent type of move, independent business. We're having to put them on tour also, because that's really what this is all about. So.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you in regards to because I know you're not talking about sports. I know you're talking about battle rap and specifically, I think you said media training, all of that. Salute to that. And I'm not gonna take up too much of your time, but
you good?
I said a comment earlier in regards to the Detroit Pistons, right?
Yes.
And you mentioned that they had ran out of gas, and they probably did run out of gas because Tobias Harris didn't show up like he did prior, right? And he's the second. He was like the second leading scorer, pretty much after Cade to do his thing. But I still think it would have been a better matchup for Detroit, though. Detroit would have been a better matchup for New York, bro. I believe, because y'all were killing them regular season, and I know it's regular season, but y'all was doing them dirty the regular season.
We're a matchup problem for teams like New York for one simple reason, like. New York style, it doesn't really have an offensive set, and we are like one of the top three, if not top five. Sorry, top five and not top three defenses, right? So where they like to go, we have an answer for. Yeah, New York would have got smoked by us in the playoffs, but don't get it twisted. It wouldn't have been like a blowout like we did in the regular season. It would have been in 6 games, would have got them out of here. But Cleveland that's why it's so interesting about how matchups work. Cleveland's a bad matchup for us because of how Mobley, Jared Allen, and the turnover machine James Harden, they have certain skill sets that we're not used to defending well. We just don't. And plus, honestly, let's be honest. In the playoffs, the Pistons were turnover machines themselves. We got steps to take, and we got to do more. We got to do a whole lot more to stop shopping at Temu with our free agents. We can't do that.
Shopping at Temu is crazy.
Yeah. Detroit sports in general, good brother, man. They got this thing to where most come here for job security, not to win championships. So, like for Trajan Langdon, this draft is going to determine a lot. And you're going to have to. Right now is the moment to trade. you're going to have to trade a piece and maybe get a Trey Murphy the third. Maybe get, if you can, I don't know how, but try to get a Kawhi Leonard without giving up too much. Something like that to play with Cade. You're going to have to do it. It's going to have to happen. Otherwise, you blow an opportunity. Cade is only going to be under this supermax contract for so long. Jalen Duren should not get anywhere near a supermax because he disappeared. He still should stay on the team. He should get about maybe between 35 and 40 because the lowest you're going to pay him now that he got to the NBA third team, the least he's going to get is 35.
Third team this year.
He was 13 All NBA. He got
Jalen Duren,
Jalen Duren. He got
what the hell? All right, I'm listening. My fault. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
You good. Yeah. See what it is that Jalen Duren what it was that coming down the end of the NBA season, right? You had Jalen, Cade Cunningham was out, and Jalen Duren was the player that carried a lot of those games in the regular season. But as we both know, regular season is far different than playoffs.
Yeah.
So in the playoffs, Jalen Duren, those teams could strategize. They took a lot away from him, and he crumbled. He was not good. Jalen Duren should have been the second leading scorer, not Tobias Harris.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably gonna give him. He probably gonna get like 50, bro. Just being on the All NBA team in general, they can give him a supermax for making it. You feel me? So he might not get the 60 because I think 60 is the max, if I'm not mistaken.
For this season, it goes up. I think in the next 2 seasons, but yeah.
So they're gonna probably give him about 50. He probably gonna get 50, bro. Like I don't want to.
They're gonna try to hit him with like a 37, but the thing is, the contracts that are beneath the max, they go up now. Case in point, Tobias Harris right now is getting 27 mil, right? So there's no way that you're going to pay Jalen Duren if you want to keep him, which you probably should. That you're not going to get away with paying Jalen Duren 30 million when the inflation is about to go up again. So the lowest bare minimum you can pay Jalen Duren, bare minimum. We're talking about bones bare minimum is 35 mil. That's the lowest, absolute, insane lowest you can pay him, and he's going to turn that down. So the Pistons might be happy to try to get away with paying him 40 million, and then maybe try to, well, this is the term, so pause in this community, but backload the rest of it. So maybe start out with 40, and then it goes up to 45 toward the end of the contract or something like that, or go to reverse way. That's about all you can do with Jalen Duren. Otherwise, you're going to have to try to shop him, let him test free agency, and then match the contract.
Yeah. To be continue on him. Is he restricted or is he unrestricted?
He is restricted.
So other teams can match.
Yeah. So watch. So what that means is that they can give him, and then we have the chance to match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so other team if another team decide to throw 50 because a team is going to throw 50 at them, then it's gonna be up to y'all to be like, yeah, we'll match that, or y'all can have them. So that's that trickiness from that restricted contract.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. 100% correct. And look, I mean, if you take a look at the centers out here, I mean, it's not like there's a whole bunch of them. We got to stop playing like the big man. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You got your Giannis, right? You got your Jokic. Yeah. After those two, you have who? What? Gobert. You have. It starts getting thin after that. You got China Dog Davis in Washington. You got Miles Turner halfway a center. I mean, you got to ask yourself, like, okay, no, Jalen Duren was trash in the playoffs, but look at the rest of these guys and ask yourself, which of these guys that if you had to, what you gonna get Vucevic from the Celtics? I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah, they don't. There is no. You got. It's only like 5 to 6 centers out of 30 teams,
right?
That are solid, and Duren is one of them. So
wait, let's add this. The brother Duren still has not even begun to even ascend to his prime yet. He hasn't.
What is he? 22, 23?
Yep, the first one. Yep.
22. Okay, so he's 22.
So, and look, here's another thing not being talked about through a lot of these dirt sheets, right? Cade Cunningham runs the team. It's going to be, does Cade want Duran to stay? Of course he does, because that's his partner. So if you mess with that, you might lose Cade, and you don't want to do that. You know, that's how we know how the NBA works. You know, for an example, the guy in Orlando, right, Jamal Mosley, good coach, but what happened? Possibly Pablo Banchero and either Franz Wagner or somebody like that, they didn't want him anymore, right? So then he gets fired. Oh boy. Here's a brother we told not to hit a damn panel. And he done hit this panel. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Greg the Great. Bruh, what the hell are you doing on a panel?
Greg hit the panel. Yeah. Greg tried it. Greg.
All right, Greg, goodbye.
Greg, I'm gonna say Greg gonna try to they niggas gonna be like, that's your best friend, BA. Greg's your best friend. I gotta go. I gotta stay away from Greg. I gotta stay away from Greg.
Yeah, we all gotta stay away from Greg. We got to end the live. Greg done came here.
Oh shit. It's a little stir. He said there, yeah, it is what it is.
But Greg, since you're on the panel, got a question for you. Have you, and you can type it in the chat, you don't have to answer. Has everything been worked out? Where we at with the update? Where we at with the update? Are we close? Are we close? All right.
Update for what? Update for what?
Well, you know, for a situation, all that good stuff.
I don't see. Y'all got see. I want everybody to know this. I don't know. I don't be around. I don't be around for nothing, for whatever being said about whatever being said. I really don't. So when you say, I'm going to stay out of it, but when you say what you say, I truly don't know what you're talking about, situation and all of this other. I have no idea.
Yeah. It's a crazy dirty jacket about it. Yeah, it's crazy. We won't go there tonight.
Okay. It's like that, Greg. It's like that. Okay. Hey.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely want to know what it is now, but not on here because this is for something else. It's totally for something else. But yeah.
All right, Greg. Later. Much respect. We got you. Later. All right, cool. That's Greg. All right. But yeah, man. Regarding the Pistons, not Pistons.
Yeah.
Regarding the whole like Orlando Magic.
The Magic situation.
Yeah. So they fire him because Paolo Banchero and possibly Franz Wagner didn't want him on the team anymore, right? They didn't want him on the team anymore. So, but then notice how quickly he got hired. I forget what team hired him, but he got hired. The way the NBA works is your franchise players move the motion. The franchise player moves. So with Cade and Duran, right? Yeah. Cade is going to probably tell this team, look, got it. You don't have to give him 60, but he got to stay here with me. We're gonna work together and we're gonna get him right. That's what Cade gonna do. Now, granted, this is all speculation, right? There's no report, there's no proof. But just think about all that throughout NBA history you've seen with franchise players and the guys that they want on the team. This is what they do. So Cade will help Jalen Duran get paid. 50, maybe not. Pistons are probably trying to like lean it toward 40. We'll say 40 to 43.
That's the thing about that, Rock. What you're saying, not to cut your wisdom, but the thing about it is, it's not about what the Pistons want to pay him now. It's what other teams are going to offer him. And then Cade's going to step in when another team says, I'm going to give him, if not 50, we're going to give him 48. Then it's going to go up $3 million or $4 million a year after that, or whatever they're going to do it. Cade steps in and Cade's like, yep, we got to keep him. Man, it's about the other squad. It's about what the other teams are willing to pay him. That's my whole ordeal. Because if they do that, and the Pistons say no, they're not going to say no. because Cade, I know Cade is gonna be like, nah. Like if y'all want me to be here, it's not happening.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and listen, you know, a lot of NBA players will lie, right? They're gonna lie. And what they're gonna lie and say is that, oh no, we don't even pay attention to fan this or media that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Look, Cade could be blind and deaf and know that, especially the Detroit market is completely against Jalen Duren right now. A lot of people want Jalen Duren up out of here. It's nasty, but there's also a little bit of understanding as far as the so-called fan base that you're not going to get rid of Jalen Duren like that. You're not. It's not going to be to where don't even bring him back. I don't care where he goes. That's emotion. How business works is you're going to go through a process. You're going to do negotiation. What they're going to you're going to start low. They're going to go high. You're going to try to meet at the middle. That's what's going to happen. And Cade and Jalen Duren will be a Detroit Piston next season. For how much? That range is going to be between 40 and 45 mil at the lowest. Because you're not going to get him back here for 35. If we read tomorrow that Jalen Duren is going to be a Piston for $37 million, Trajan Langdon, maybe Trajan Langdon put him in the basement and put a gun to his head. Something like that. That's the only way that
To be continued. We're going to see the
and YouTube, we're talking about a video game gun. I can't stand this place. Anyway, You're talking about a video game gun, YouTube. Video game.
The video game, definitely.
But as far as other teams, you know, because obviously we're going to talk Pistons, but look, it's going to be both of these conferences are going to be very competitive next season, man. They are. Like a lot of these players are going to shift. The East is going to not be the wide open conference it was. Indiana will be better. Tyrese Halliburton coming back. Boston may take a step back because they're going to be in a flux of what they're going to do with Jaylen Brown. Okay. Cleveland's still going to keep those four guys together, right? Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, and then probably a Max Strus to boot. Now, will James Harden stay there? They're kind of stuck with James.
He actually got a player option,
right?
Next year, so he can. Well, he gonna opt in because he gonna get that. I think it's $40 million. He gonna get that money. So this is his last big contract, I believe.
Absolutely correct. Because where else is James Harden gonna go?
Yeah.
Like, look around the league. What other team that is in contention for a championship of any kind, even a division championship, could say, "Nah, we want James Harden"? None. So he's going to go ahead out there with Cleveland. Cleveland, you are stuck with James Harden. You're stuck with him because he's not turning that down. And honestly, it's not the worst for Cleveland. It's good for us if we, as far as the Pistons, if they do, we're going to be better also if we do this right, no doubt. As far as Detroit Pistons, Milwaukee is still going to be trash. That's Orlando. Will Orlando be better? They're going to be about the same, honestly. Because
I think they're going to be better. It depends on. Their issue is they didn't have Wagner. Right. Wagner is shout out to Paolo. Shout out to him. But he's not their best all around player. Franz is. You feel me? So he's the floor general. He's the real floor general for them at that point forward position that he played. So I think they're going to be really good, but not if he's injured though. Not if he's hurt. He was hurt this year.
Yeah, Wagner was giving Cade Cunningham problems. That's the reason why I went to 7 games. As simple as that. And the second he went down, we won. But also, we did wake up, and also, we did do that. So West, as far as the West goes, and obviously, this is your conference. The Rockets got to decide who's going to be the main guy over there. The Rockets got to decide that.
They're gonna be fine. They lacked a point guard. They lacked somebody that sets the table. That's what they lacked. And Fred VanVleet will be back. He will be back. And I think that the way that he's gonna KD's not gonna have to be handling the ball. What's his name? Amen Thompson. He's not. They tried to turn him into a point guard, which is crazy. Crazy. And then Şengün, they tried to use him as he Jokic. But no, he's not Jokic. He's nowhere. So they're going to be really good with Fred VanVleet when he steps back onto the court, because he should be ready by the beginning of next season. And I think that he's the key, because he's going to be like, KD, y'all here. I'm setting the table. I'm going to handle this rock. So when it gets down to the fourth quarter, if the game is close, y'all going to have enough legs and energy to get to y'all spots and do what y'all do, opposed to running out of gas trying to set up. Because we know KD ain't no freaking at this part of his career. He's not no playmaker.
Mm-hmm. He's not. Phoenix, whatever. Yeah. Let's move on.
Y'all should get Booker though. If y'all can get Booker to come, that'd be dope. If y'all can get Booker to come to Detroit, if y'all can get him,
it's going to take too much, man. Like Booker's mad expensive, and honestly, Booker is a specialist, right? He's one side of the ball, but don't get it twisted. He's amazing on that one side of the ball. The problem with these specialists, though, they become targets, right? Like Duncan Robinson. Now, granted, we're not saying Devin Booker is Duncan Robinson, but Duncan Robinson got picked on the whole season. Why? Because he can't do nothing defensively. Now, Devin Booker can at least be serviceable, but we got to look. Here's the dream situation for the Pistons, and it's not going to happen, but here's a dream situation. You get Trey Murphy III, right? And ready for this? And you somehow try to also get CJ McCollum. If you get CJ McCollum and Trey Murphy III on this team, yeah, put the ring on it. It's a dream situation. Look, it's not a basketball logical metric thing. It's not. But if you look, I don't hold you up. The only players that wouldn't be tradable in that situation would probably be Austin Thompson, Cade, and Duran, because you're stuck with them. Everybody else honestly could go for those two. And I know Isaiah Stewart, we hear it. Ron Holland, hear it, right? Even Dennis Jenkins. Don't care. If we can keep our core is Cade Cunningham, Austin Thompson, Jalen Duran. If we keep those three, which we're going to, and we add Trey Murphy and CJ McCollum, look, you can just fill in the blanks with the rest. Fill in the blanks with the rest. Ain't nobody in the East stopping us.
That's the starting lineup. That's the starting lineup.
Because now we solved our issue with Cleveland, right? We know that Cleveland cannot just bog down on Cade and bog down on Duran and take them out. They have to guard Trey Murphy. So that's solved. Now Austin Thompson has way more room to be cause havoc. Now Cade got all sorts of space to do whatever. CJ McCollum can hit your three, and CJ McCollum, you're going to have to guard him. So now we have a lineup that's going to have that other defense all spread out, and then we can do what we want. And then our bench, if you fill in the bench with how you fill in the bench, sorry, dog. Like if you, again, it's mission impossible to get those two. But if you get something like that, wow.
Yeah, what's his I've been talking about the Pistons the last couple of years. I knew y'all were gonna be good 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, y'all was it last year? I believe y'all were a year too early. But y'all are here now specifically. I thought that old boy that you all that let go, that had the mental health issues.
Mental health.
He number 23. His beautiful ass mom is the coach of Notre Dame.
Oh yeah. Jaden Ivey.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be a part of that core.
Well,
to help out Cade offensively, because Cade be running out of gas.
Yeah,
he like Luka. He remind me of Luka. Like they played exactly the same way, bro. Where I gotta have this ball to make everything pop. If I don't have it, the offense is gonna go under.
Yeah. So here's the thing with Ivy. Listen, and salute to Ivy actually, because one thing about these athletes, they get them as adolescents, right? And then there comes a point to where, as an adolescent-minded individual, oh, what? So what we got? Jason M trade twin for Leonard and Brooke. So you talking about trade Austin Thompson for Kawhi Leonard and
Brooke Lopez?
Lopez? Nah, there's no way to guarantee you we're not going to trade Austin Thompson. Now, ready for this? For Kawhi Leonard, now we talk draft picks, sir. We talk draft picks. We got a couple. We got some firsts. We got the contract of Tobias Harris, right? Nah,
I don't trust Kawhi, man. I don't trust Kawhi. Salute to him. I don't trust him on this team.
Wait, here's a factor that may go a little bit our way with that. Every player here, when they get here, they become the best defensive and healthiest versions of themselves. Just something to put out there. So that means Kawhi, a lot of Kawhi's injuries, to be honest with you, they were rest, not injuries. Can we just be honest?
Yeah, like Kawhi, that's a fact. That's why I don't trust him. That's why I don't trust him, because I don't think he's gonna be able to get away with that when he go to blue collar city.
Oh no, we don't play that. No, we don't play that.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that'll mesh well. Like, he got the game. Don't get me wrong. He can help y'all out tremendously, especially offensively. And he still got some defense in the tank. But like, he be chilling though. He be coasting during the season, bro.
He does. And what's so good about it is, look, think about this though. Wait, so let's go back to the statement about him coasting for the season.
Yeah.
See, regular season ain't our problem, because you could get Kawhi and you wouldn't have to give up like too many bench. Like, honestly, you can get Kawhi ready. You can get Kawhi by giving up Tobias Harris, Ron Holland, and maybe two first-round picks, right? Cool. Yeah. You still got Paul Reed. You still got Dennis Jenkins. You elevate Sasser up. Chaz Lanier takes a step forward. The point is, you got a lot of bench that can go ahead and do what we did last season against these teams, because most of these teams were coasting, right? That's the narrative. Y'all only got 60 wins because teams don't care about regular season. Okay, cool. Guess what? So that means while they're not caring, we winning. And Kawhi can rest. And then Kawhi can pull up Paul George and then all of a sudden play in the playoffs. It would be kind of worth it like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the king of late night. He called himself a farm animal. He's here. Salute to King Cole.
SKC, what up?
Yeah. But be sure to subscribe to the King of Late Night. King Cole in the building. Yep. Jason then mentions. Definitely add the picks. Yeah. No doubt.
And he was killing. He was killing after Kawhi started doing very well after James left. That's true.
And let's also go here. Leonard, a lucky shot from regular. I don't know. He had an NBA title before that too with the Spurs, before the lucky shot.
And he was the MVP too. He was Finals MVP before that.
No, he wasn't that regular. Jason, he went crazy after James Harden left. Absolutely correct.
Oh, then he was a depoy as well. He was depoy as well before. Yeah, he wasn't ready.
Man. Nah. Look, hey, Cole. When before even Kawhi won that second title with Toronto, bruh, they were talking about he was better than Pippen ever was. That point.
Defensive
obviously
player of the year and a title and the Finals MVP. Like, yeah.
Oh, absolutely correct, Jason. Jason then mentioned Zaza. I heard him on purpose to help the world. Zaza was one of the most. Zaza wasn't a tough player, but man, was he dirty. Yeah.
Zaza Pachulia. I remember him. He was solid. He was solid for what they needed him for. He wasn't the man on the Spurs, and then B got the MVP. Yes, he was. He was the man on the Spurs late. Like, you thinking about the year, like, after, remember, he won a championship and he played 2 years after that. He was averaging like 20-something. Like, the only reason why they got rid of him is because he didn't trust the staff when it came to an injury. That's the only reason. He was projected. They were talking about he could be the next Kobe. That's how they were talking about him before he even left.
Yep.
Like, he was defensive player of the year too before he even went to Toronto.
And if we're talking about in the modern aspect, if the Pistons did get Kawhi, right? Yeah. Think about what their problem is. Their problems are what? Shooting, obviously, but their other problem is that they tend to turn the ball over. Kawhi is not a turnover machine. His basketball IQ is off the charts, and he can hit a shot. Look, all really it's simple for the Pistons. All the Pistons really got to have is another guy that you got to guard. You get a guy that you got to guard that plays some defense.
Wings, somebody on the perimeter.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree.
Cole mentions real quick. They had to give him that to MVP for all those commercials. Well, that's a part of it. Look, let's not forget that NBA is also entertainment. It's entertainment first.
To give him the MVP for all those commercials. Yo. You just mad because he wasn't in the he in the same conference as your your bestie on the Nuggets who didn't win the MVP this year.
Yeah. First round exit. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Denver was going to go further than that. Really thought Denver was going to go further than that. But hey, that matchup Denver had honestly was more of like a second round to a conference matchup with that. Andrew Bynum was supposed to be the next Shaq.
Nobody ever said he was going to be the next Shaq. No, because he never was that athletic, and he never had the footwork Shaq did. People said that he was good and that he was going to be a perennial all-star, but yeah, he hurt his knee. Got a big ass contract, went to Philly, and they just stopped paying him like 5 years ago. So, he won.
That's almost like a Bobby Bonilla contract, but we ain't gonna flex.
Yeah, that's the same thing with what's his name, Luol Deng, what the Lakers did. They paid him for like 8 years. Like, so yeah. He won. Did nobody expect him to be Shaq though? Nobody expected him to be Shaq.
Dog, they did call Eddie Curry baby.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Eddie Curry, yes. Yeah. But I seen him in high school though. I ain't lie. But it was high school. Granted, it was high school. In high school, that boy was dunking everything. He was putting everybody in the rim in high school. So I ain't gonna lie, I was drinking that Kool-Aid until his first year in the NBA. And I was like, yeah, everybody's big and everybody's good in the NBA. So you ain't Amari Stoudemire, because Amari Stoudemire was the only person that got away with it and transitioned.
Look, Cole said, Jason, they're gonna say I'm drunk. Cole, when are you sober, bro? When are you sober, big fella?
Damn.
Just saying, man. Salute to Cole, man. Cole, when are you Cole drink more alcohol than Rock drink water. And the Rock drink about a gallon and a half a day. Just saying.
And tell him, he drinks. He also drinks a gallon of water a day. So that can cancel out some of that liquor.
True that. Yeah, no, true that. What Cole got what? Eddie Curry got. You ain't lying about that. Look, you know what's funny? Since we're talking about it, what's up with y'all ever peep that the salt? Okay, we gotta be careful. You ever peep that the weakest dudes in the NBA are the centers and the guys that play the so-called big positions, like the centers and the power forwards? These are the most tender-hearted dudes. It's crazy. You're seventh. Carl, quit Anthony Towns, right? And you can't say quit Anthony Towns because New York was going to the finals, whatever. Quit Anthony Towns. The mascara man, right? This guy, look, y'all gonna see it. If when the Knicks play the Spurs, that's gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, you said the Spurs. You think they're gonna? You think? Oh,
no. Wait. But also, when the Knicks play the OKC, that's going to be a bloodbath. The Knicks have less than a 15% chance against either one of them teams, dog. And it's simply for this reason. Quit Anthony Towns versus either one of them teams. It's going to be soft again. Pause. It's going to be weak again. It's going to be weak.
Yeah, he ain't lying. He just shout out to Jason. Eddie Curry did literally have heart issues. He did, and yeah, I forgot he did have those heart issues when he was in New York, and they were like, "Nah, we don't want you to play because you might drop dead on the court."
Right. Hey, and Cole has confirmed it. I'm a little tipsy, no lie. Hey, man, I call you good, man. You ain't harming no. You all right?
How much water you drink today, sir?
Right. It's water o'clock. It's water o'clock. Yeah.
Matter of fact, hey, You need some electrolytes too. Get you some electrolytes. Go ahead and pour it in there.
What's that? Gatorade water sucks. It really, really sucks. All that. Anyway.
Facts. He need to retain that water, man. He needs to retain it.
But now, as far as NBA basketball, man, as far as like for next season, because this season is basically a foregone conclusion. Whoever win the West is going to win the NBA Finals. It's simple, you know. I'm very fascinated by the NBA Western Conference. Didn't care about the Eastern Conference Finals. We kind of knew what that was going to happen with that. And you know what? It would be great sportsman to say congratulations to Lose York for Lose York is going to the finals. Guess what? Nah, we ain't doing that. Nah. Sorry. It's up for Lose York. Could care less about Lose York.
Lose York.
And Lose York. Lose York. And it's everybody would Lose York. Whoever you are. And look, this is not personal. This is sports, right? But when you face us again in any playoff situation, we're going to smoke you unless, as it stands now. We got to see the rosters, right? But we're going to smoke you, Lose York. We about to do you so bad. It's going to be one of them. Look, BA, you should have seen Lose York cheering when we lost. That's the biggest parade they threw. Oh, we don't got to see Detroit. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, y'all a matchup nightmare for them.
Of course.
Because y'all got blue collars. Y'all don't got no boot. Like Cleveland got too many bougie players, man.
We have too many weapons, and honestly, we do something that NBA teams don't like. It's called defense, and we bring smoke. That's what's missing from the NBA. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things missing with the Pistons. Also, can't shoot. Our open 3-point percentage is awful. It really is. Outside of a Duncan Robinson and Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter improved, but still. Anyway,
he still he didn't even play, did he?
He couldn't get on the floor. He couldn't get on the floor. Well, no, take that back. He played against Orlando. He did play against Orlando. He did all right. But as far as against Cleveland, nah, he didn't play a game against them. Nah, he didn't. If memory serves correct. Nah, he didn't play. But yeah, so we got to solve shooting. We got to solve the shooting, man. And we got to solve the shooting to where not only is it 3-point, but we also got to solve the shooting as far as basketball intelligence. We can't like Ron Holland. Just to go there real quick. This guy would be wide open. Nobody's within 30 feet of him. My man, you don't have to settle for a 3. Dribble in and get going. Dribble in and hit a 15-foot jump shot, sir. You get us something, man. You up here hitting the bars. Ulster Thompson too. You're elite defensively, absolutely. My man, you got to do what you can do in them situations. You didn't do it, Now, don't get it twisted. These guys have a lot more development to do, Oh boy, hey, Jason was just saying that. Jason M. Holland and Twin shoots. Yeah, man. These are and y'all don't know this, but Piston community wise, they're talking about, well, is Fred Vincent the shooting coach, right? Is he a really good shooting coach? If these guys are not hitting it, dog, can you teach a pig to do the Macarena? Of course not. The point of saying that is these individuals, Arthur Thompson especially, he was never a shooter. Never. So you're talking about a guy that never shot really that well on any NBA level. You want him to turn into what? Well, he can just be comfortable. Just give us 30, 38, 37, 39%. He ain't going to do that. That's not who he is. What do you want Fred Vincent to do with that? What do you want anyone to do that? Even y'all don't know this. Lethal Shooter is talking about this summer. He's going to, work with both of them. He's going to work with Ron Holland, and he's going to work with Arthur Thompson. That's cool. That may only help a little bit, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Because when you start talking about jump shots, like, I don't know, I played college basketball, and it's a lot. Like, people think that you could just go and it's going to take a few months, like a summer. No, it takes years to get that type of to develop a flame. And this is why a lot of people, when they get older, be it people like Jason Kidd, who couldn't shoot worth a damn when he was in his prime, but when he got into them 30s, because he kept working on his jump shot, it got better. Which this is what it takes a lot of time. It takes years to develop a consistent jump shot, and they're still young. They're still young, but lethal shooter's gonna have to work with them the next 3 summers.
Exactly.
You feel me? Opposed to just this next summer. Like yo, it's a whole lifestyle change to be a better shooter, bro.
Yeah, it is, and it's not, the way social media is. They'll show these videos that, well, look, man.
Ben Simmons. Remember the Ben Simmons?
Oh boy, was having a good night, man. Was having a good night until that popped up. Did not want to even think about Ben Simmons shooting, man. And that's what social media will do. Social media do this thing about, hey, man, they're in practice, they're hitting these shots. Yeah, wow. You're doing a shooting drill with no defense, not on an NBA court with that type of situation, and you're hitting open shots. Whoopie freaking do. That's good for motor skill and repetition and recognition. We got to see it under those conditions. There's layers to that. You can be fantastic. Look, a whole bunch of guys can go 100% in their backyard, but then go ahead and take it up the street. Okay, you took it up the street. Take it to a rec center. You took it to a rec center. Now go ahead and take it to a European center. You good. You go up the levels, up the level. Now you're on the NBA court with 1,000 people, hitting you, and you're tired or whatever. Can you hit that jump shot? What's your leg position? Pause. We got to say that here. But whatever. What's your shooting form? Are you ready to shoot? Are you confident? All this stuff. Right. And in that situation on an NBA court against NBA lack of defense there is, but still NBA defense. It's different.
Rock, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. The first, because they did it like 3 years in a row with Ben Simmons. So the first summer that I seen him shooting, I was on 10. I was like, Philly gonna be the truth. Philly gonna definitely be the truth. And then the following year, he was worse than he was his second. He was second team all NBA, first team all defense. Like this Ben Simmons. You feel me? Like because people forget that he was still pretty good. As limited as he was still a pretty good NBA player at the beginning. But I drank the Kool-Aid and I thought he was gonna come back with like a flamethrower. I don't know why I thought that. And I was on emotion.
Let's just be honest. In a lot of sports, even a lot of battle rap analysis, even a lot of like predictions, right? It's going to go based off of the person and what they want to happen too. Case in point, if somebody wants Ben Simmons to do well, right? They're going to see a little bit of evidence and say, hey, this is a sign. And it's going to get conflated. Why? Because I want Ben Simmons to do well. Just like the Detroit Tigers, who's not going to do nothing this season, right? There are those that'll say, hey, the Tigers won a game today, and this could mean something. You want that to be accurate because you want the Tigers to do well. Now, to flip it, others that'll see, hey, I never liked Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons trash. Hey, Ben Simmons, he went for a triple-double. Yeah, that's cool. He still sucks. Why? Because you think Ben Simmons trash. There's going to be that tint, that bias for the situation. Those that wanted Ben Simmons to do good, hey, we're going to go ahead and give it to him. Those that don't, hey, we're going to go ahead and diss him. That exists. What's this about, Cole? I was shocked about this sweep. Yeah, thought it was going to be about 6 games, not 4. That's about it. Because Cleveland, honestly, they ran out of gas. I mean, look at them.
I thought Cleveland was going to win the series.
Nah.
I'm just telling you, mine like me.
Oh, no. You're good.
I thought they were.
Yeah. Now, to be honest with you, if Atlanta didn't get New York out of here, Cleveland definitely wasn't. Because Atlanta, for what they showed in obviously the regular season, but what they showed in the regular season, they have like a little bit more going on. Look, they had an advantage. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. This the battle with Yo 2 times when he So you saw it, Bunny, you saw it, or if you want to come up, we can go ahead and put the link or the code or however you want to do it. But yeah, that's the battle right there. Salute to Bunny. But yeah, Atlanta. Look, CJ McCollum was the anti Jalen Brunson. So just by that, and you figure Jalen Johnson does, but Jalen Johnson did nothing in the last 3 games in that series. So when Atlanta didn't put out New York kind of had it New York kind of had it from there, unless they faced us, which is why you just got to repeat this real quick. Which is why New York had a more of a celebration, us losing, than them winning and going to the NBA Finals. Look at it. Look at the social media. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
To me, I just looked at both squads and I like New York, but the way that Cleveland jumped out and with that 22-point lead in game 1, I was like, yeah, like from top to bottom, they should be like you got your 2 offensive players, and then everybody else can play offense and play defense as well. You got multiple 2-way players that come in and out the game in your front court specifically. But I did not expect for them to like run into a wall, like you said, run out of gas. And that's exactly the way it looked. It looked like them boys was running in mud, bro.
I mean, listen, you have, and look, salute to Mike Brown on this, bro. We'll give Mike Brown this. Mike Brown. Oh, and Bunny, if you're trying to come up to the panel, the link the code should be pinned. Let's double check that very quickly before finishing this comment. Go. Yeah, it is pinned. Yeah, it's pinned, Bunny. So you can just hit that code right there if you would like to. If not, we'll catch it up on the next one. But yeah, peep this though. Mike Brown actually did something that he didn't do all regular season. He actually used Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges actually was a factor. He actually said, hey, wait a minute. That's a guy wearing 25. He can play too. Hey, Mikal, why don't you run some offense? And lo and behold, look what happened. Mike Brown is going against 2 better than him, by the way. Seriously, OKC should beat New York in 6. Spurs should beat New York in 6. And that's being nice. Really want to say 5. But, NBA Finals, networks get involved. There's going to be business. But nah, New York has nothing to say against either OKC or San Antonio. Nothing. So whoever win the West win the NBA Finals. It's simple.
I just know that he's not going to be able to see Jalen Brunson. Salute to him because I think that he's I think he's actually a generational point guard. For what he's done the last 3 to 4 years, I think has been he really changed that whole franchise. And I gotta reference that before I go into my bag because if he has to go against. If he got to go against them young boys with them young legs in San Antonio, where they don't these boys, they play defense. All of them are like 6'5", 6'6", and taller at that point guard and 2 guard position. So they defend, but they don't just defend. You're going to have to play defense on everybody, whether that's De'Aaron Fox, whether that's Castle, whether that's, I forgot number 30 name, the shooter.
Champagne.
Yeah, Champagne, Vassell. Like you gonna have to defend these guys. And then I ain't even say Dylan Harper. Like you gotta play. Like you gotta play defense. That hiding and everything. This ain't no Donovan Mitchell or no James Harden where you can just ISO them. No.
Right.
So
there are no targets on San Antonio, right? There's no targets.
No.
Hey, look, we can just go attack him and we'll be able to get a basket. They don't have a single one. And neither does OKC.
Exactly. See, so with OKC though, right? So they don't got Lou Dort is not a 2-way player per se. And he's the only weakness, even though he plays defense. He plays defense. But he's not gonna really he's not really gonna get buckets like that. And somebody else that I can't even think of. But they got a few holes, right? That they got people that's going to score and they got people that's going to play defense. But San Antonio, top to bottom, everybody's a 2-way player. Like everybody. They hold 5. They hold starting 5, play defense and play offense at a high level. So good luck with that. Good luck. And they don't even know what the hell they doing because they super young. They don't even know what the hell they doing. They just playing.
And the way Victor plays defense is very fascinating because that's like it's tough to account for him. That's why he gets so many blocks. Like you'll think like, okay, well, this guy is not in the play. All of a sudden you toss up a layup, it gets blocked because of that wingspan he has. There's no like the only way you could to account for that is just to attack that San Antonio defense early. As far as OKC shouldn't be called the Thunder. They should be called the Swarm. They got so many different waves.
Yeah,
they attack on offense and defense, man. Like respectfully, New York is just not in the class of either one of them teams. There's too many things to say. And ready for this? Both of those teams, San Antonio and OKC, these are teams that are used to different types of pressure that New York has consistently crumbled under. You know, they got more bottom line, they got more mentally tough players. I mean, respectfully, you got Quinn Anthony Towns over there. He's not mentally tough. You got Josh Hart is mentally tough. We'll give him that.
But he not. Is he though? I don't think he's mentally tough too, because when he get in his feelings, he start doing dumb stuff.
I take the word. Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Brooks, etc. Yeah.
He's tough though. Like he's tough. Like he's a tough player, hard nosed, but mentally tough. Nah, I can't give him that. I can't give him that.
That's a solid point. Looking at Mitchell Robinson is a mental cupcake, dog. That guy got victim written all over him.
So is Mikal Bridges.
Nah, but see, no, Mikal Bridges, he's more smart than that. He can at least hold his composure a little bit more.
I'm saying he started missing shots. It's like once he starts missing shots, it's like he don't know what to do. It starts affecting the rest of his game. It starts literally affecting the rest of his game. And granted, he's played well. He played well. These last two series, he's played decent. You feel me? Offensively, because of, collectively they played well. But he is one of those guys where he will go like he will go MIA in a game that he's in and that he's playing, just like he did versus matter of fact, he was having these issues versus the Hawks, right? Where he was there and like he was in the right spots, but once he starts missing jump shots, his defense goes down. Like he starts chucking shots up, then he starts hesitating on whether to shoot or not. That's not mentally tough. Like he be wilding, but if he hitting shots, he's good. But I think that's anybody on their team, though.
Yeah, and look, here's another thing about New York that really still hasn't been discussed. They don't have an offensive set nor philosophy. Like, certain teams, they're going to have like a flex offense. Certain teams are going to have the 4-1. All New York does is say, okay, well, Jalen, here's the ball. We just going to stand around and watch. We're not going to be that active. Okay, pick and roll. All right, give it back. Oh, dang. Better yet, New York has some of the worst shot clock management in the league, honestly.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, they get away with it because they are they play defense. They run and gun. That's when they're at their best. And then like their whole offense is we're either gonna give it to Cat at the top of the key or we're gonna just let Jalen Brunson go 1-on-1 and pick spots.
Mm-hmm.
That's their whole offense right there. That's the two sets that I know that they got other than just running and gunning.
Yeah, and that's not going to work against teams like OKC or Spurs. And look, this is speaking with no bias to. Don't get it wrong. There's a heavy bias against Lose York. Screw Lose York.
Lose York. Lose York.
Yeah, Lose York. Anyway, but just talking basketball for a minute, the matchups is just not good for Lose York. And here's another thing. Hey, don't come out with the rust against these teams. You swept, you get to rest, get healthy. Be sure that rest does not turn into rust. Seriously. Because if it turns into rust and you lose and you get mollywop that first game and you go down 0-2 going back to Lose York, wish you well, dog. Wish you well. That's a great point. You go down 22 points in the fourth quarter to any one of these teams, you're not coming back.
There is no no. They play too. They're young. Both teams are young, and they play hard.
Yeah, yeah, and also, okay, whoa. Cole mentions very quickly. Did you watch the Emmy battle? I'm not going to lie. Somebody need to get locked up. Emmy had a battle.
They need to get locked up. Tell them to stop that drunk talk, man. Stop that drunk talk. What did you talk about? What did you talk about? You got to explain.
Oh, okay, right. So it looks like we have an explanation coming. Jason M asked, "What league was that?" Cole Rosenberg. Yeah, that's the reason why we didn't know about that. We got to go to Rosenberg channel to see the battle. I can't stand Rosenberg as a blogger. Can't stand Rosenberg. Just being honest, he's horrible. Like he's horrible. Like, okay, so BA, like when we blog, right? We have something to say. We have a game plan, right? You know, we can talk. Rosenberg just get up there, low personality, and just searching and grasping for straws. It's tough to watch stuff like that. Whatever. A tournament. So Rosenberg's having a tournament. Emmy was in that tournament. Okay.
Damn. See. Okay, he was in a tournament.
Right. So this is Rosenberg Ross tournament. This is a Pat B versus Emmy. Hey, yeah, y'all can discuss it. Give your thoughts on it. No problem. You know, who do you think won? How's the battle? Hey, Jason M, is this a battle? Oh boy, is this a battle we should even look at? Oh, so Jason M hasn't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it after this. Okay, bet that. All right.
I support Emmy. I support him, so I will watch the battle. I'll watch him because I rock with him.
Well, you know what? If you cover it on your channel, we'll watch your channel. We'll do it like that. it's the Rosenberg, man. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not watching it live because Rosenberg, that a lot. Like, yeah, they not rocking with me. They might mess around and flag me. So I'm gonna watch it off. I'm gonna watch it like offline. I'm gonna watch it offline. Yeah, I ain't gonna watch it live. I don't trust them ninjas. They be getting their feelings about different things. Salute to them though, but I'm good. No chance.
Wait a minute. So Cole, this is a tournament with one round. What type of tournament has 1 round battles? Wait. Is this a virtual tournament that they're doing, Cole? Because that would explain that if it's a virtual. Oh, really? Cole mentions you gotta pause Glaze Raw to watch online.
You gotta.
It's a virtual tournament. That's okay. What the hell, bro? See, now we got questions. What the hell is Rosenberg Raw doing a virtual tournament for?
Hey, this is what happens when you when what you know, it's not like it used to be. So everybody's gonna dip their hand in it and create their own image of what it's supposed to be to them. So if it was more consistent, then I don't think it would be this way. I think more people will be collabing, but Civil War and all of this other stuff. So it's not as consistent as it once was. So other people are gonna try it and continue to do it because that's just the game.
Hey, BA, that's a home run comment because it's interesting that that statement was just earlier today. Was just thinking about social media information in general. There was a moment where information on social media, even before YouTube became social media like that, it would be actual objective information. Right now, what's on social media is just basically people's opinions and their narratives dressed up as information. Now they just find their stuff. They have a convincing way of spinning their narrative, and that has become information, even though it's not actual information or actual objective information. So that's kind of what's being said here for virtual. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it from like it's. I wish when it came to this particular culture, and people get mad at me, and this is why a lot of people in virtual they don't even rock with me no more because I'm extremely honest when it comes to this. But it's too much. It's too many people. Everybody's worried about. Everybody that's supposed to be about the culture is worried about everything that's outside of the culture going on. It's like, what's up with the bars? What's up with the raps? What's up with let's collab? Let's put something together. But no, I can't do this because I don't like this person or this person that I'm cool with doesn't like this person and all of that. It's that's what's going on in actual battle rap though, as a whole. You feel me? Where people can't go over here to battle, where people not trying to collab, people is there. It's not helping the culture. It's like the downfall. Like in normal battle rap, it's kind of like the not the caffeine era, but like it's kind of like the URL app. We don't fuck with them. If you want to be on the app, you can only rap over here. You can only do this. You can only do that. Like to me, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy because it doesn't help the culture.
It's crab barrel stuff, man. And honestly, and this is before you came on a panel, BA, but was just stating like, look, in this virtual online world, dog, ain't none of us friends, ain't none of us family. We can just be co-workers and let it move, dog.
Yeah.
We don't have to do all this, dog. We don't got to do all this like overly personally involved petty stuff. And that's not saying that there's not a place for like, wait a minute, what's up with this jacket? I'm not saying that, but just saying that when it comes to the battles of putting something on, okay, basically, here's another way of rephrasing. A co-worker, right? Listen, what are we here to do? We're here basically to discuss battle rap and things around battle rap. Cool. We'll keep it that. And then watch this. When you're not discussing things around battle rap, you could log off and keep it moving. You know, there ain't no marriages here, dog. There's no family reunions, okay? We don't got to have picnics with each other and invite people to in our crib. Let's just do what we're here to do and keep it moving. We don't all this other stuff.
Yeah, like I when we did our virtual thing, we got a lot of criticism from people. We didn't get that much criticism, but we got a lot of love, but it was criticism from people saying, "Oh, why you have this person judging, or why you have this person?" I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, these are people that I know, like that I'm cool with online. I don't know nothing about these people, personal lives and everything. They showed me respect, I showed them respect, but no, this person did this. I don't be knowing. I don't be checking because I'm here for the raps. Now, if I find out later that this person is a sleazeball and all this other shit, it's different. It's different. Right. You feel me? Then I can reassess. But I'm not going out of my way to look at everybody's jacket and to look at everybody's paperwork because I'm not that type of ninja. I'm not here to do that. I'm here for the bars. I'm here for the bars. Now, if there's other stuff that's gonna get if a person is out here and it's nasty work, and I do get paperwork for some reason, and people send me paperwork and send me the stuff, and I look and I'm like, damn. Then I can reassess some things. But if I don't know what the fuck is going on and niggas just hating, they not even looking at the battle raps and looking at how good the battles are. They just looking at, oh, this person is doing this and this person is on a card and all of that. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are we supposed to be listening to the bars? But that's just me. That's just me. That's the Civil War. The crab shit that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. And it's too many ninjas that don't like people. Like, it's okay if you don't like somebody, but it's not about if you like this person or not. It's about if you support the culture or if you don't support the culture. Right. That's how I look at it. And this is why I am well respected in all of fucking battle rap. And I'm not even in the culture, but I can still talk to the biggest battle rappers in the world. I can still hit them up, whether I text them or give them a call, league owners and all of that shit. They still support me and they still rock with me because they know that that's what it's about. If I was on some bullshit or other people on some bullshit that I was around or whatnot or some craziness, then I can would nobody be fucking with me. But important people fuck with me because they know what time it is and they know it's about the culture. And they don't know fucking Civil War. I can't talk to you, Rock, because you deal with these other niggas. Right. How the hell do I look saying that when you are the one that I get all my information from you when it comes to battle rap in the virtual world? I don't watch no fucking nobody else when it comes to virtual battle rap, bro. I only watch you, literally.
Wow.
So like you and it's some people that you are cool with, that you support their leagues and shit that I really don't fuck with, and I don't hate them or nothing, but I don't really fuck with. But how do I look saying I don't like Rock? I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with this person because you fuck with that. No, if they throwing some good battles, then I just gotta watch the battles. And it don't got nothing to do with them. It's the battles.
We're ready for this, BA, man. This whole battle rap world is too small for that to keep it $1. Like, okay, everybody, whether they want to admit it or not, you rock with someone that someone you rock with don't rock with. All right, no matter who it is, you You could say a what's up, or you could type a what's up in the chat. You type what's up to this screen name. Okay, they got enemies, they got friends. My bad. Let's be more clear. They got co-workers, they got enemies. All right. Some of them don't even like you. So if we do this, pick a side all through this thing, ain't nobody gonna be on no side. Can we just go further for a minute? Nobody in battle rap really even like each other, dog. Why is these clubs even existing? None of these relationships beyond co-worker even last, right? All this bro, and all sis, and this my day one and all that. Them day ones last about a half a day, dog. Straight up. What are we doing here? Because all it's going to take is something petty to go ahead and knock that out. And now whoever you thought you were cool with or beyond what it was, now you're enemies. And now we got this whole rollout. Well, look, it's enough already. We're here for battle rap. Things around battle rap. Keep it there. You don't have to look. Very few of us, if any, like each other anyway. Let's just keep it that way. Let's keep it. We don't. All right. Most of battle rap's a troll community anyway.
Right. I agree with you 100%. My whole ordeal when it comes to this on this side of the culture, because on the other side, I don't deal with this shit in real battle rap. Right. I ain't gonna say real battle, but in the mainstream battle rap, I don't have to deal with none of this. But on this side, it's like you got people getting personal and putting people that don't even know each other, putting each other's faces on thumbnails, talking about people's families, making up stuff that they don't know nothing about, talking about people. And it's like, why are you doing this? You're supposed to be about the culture, especially if this person is not even mentioning you or acknowledging anything that you got going on. The person ain't saying shit about you publicly or nothing. Why are you hating on these in particular people? For what? Right. What is it doing? Not just for yourself, but what is it doing for the culture? Because you're supposed to be about the culture, right? And this is not one person that I'm talking about. I'm talking about multiple people. In general, it's multiple people. So whoever, if you think I'm just talking specifically about you, no, I'm talking about multiple people who doing this from all sides. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? What's up? But like I said, this is why I come over to the Rock Files, whether people hate it or love it. And I come rock with you. No pun intended. I come rock with you because this is where I get all my stuff, because I don't know what be going on. I don't know what go like cards and all of that stuff. On this side, I don't know. I don't really watch nobody for real. So when I come over here and I hear something's happening, I can be like, oh, this is my reference point. So let me go check it up over there. And let's go check to see what's going on.
And to keep it $1, BA, and let's be honest, there's two things niggas don't do here, right? They don't listen and they don't read, right? It has been stated on this channel over and over. Not here for views, not even here to be personal, not here to be a public figure, not here for clout, not here for none of this. To keep it $1, shouldn't even be talking on this channel, to keep it honest with you, BA. Really shouldn't. And not just with BA, for those that are listening. This all this should be behind the scenes. So HB2 wins correct. We have conversation behind the scenes. That's where a lot of this belongs, man. The only thing that really should be happening is that, hey, we're going to do a pre-recorded 10-minute rollout about some rock rankings and who we chose to be this and that for the battle. This much amount of talking on a panel was not ever intended. It's not that type of channel, And again, salute to those that do that. Salute to those that, hey, I'm here for the people. I want the people to know me as an individual. Cool. This is not, listen, clip it up. Rock Files channel is not a personal channel. It's not for fame. It's not for views. It's for data, information, and convo. That is it. That is all it will be. This amount of tension on some 10 Rock, BA, is honestly weird. Who the hell? This is attention on a 10 Rock, whoever the hell that is, that doesn't even divulge personally. Look, BA mentioned it, and the others have too. Rock, you only go live once in the blue moon. It's crazy that this channel goes live like this once in the blue moon.
Yeah.
Get way more, and not just over here, but get all these mentions. Well, I saw Rock Files and Rock did this. Well, I think 10 Rock. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, the only reason why this is known here is because it's IG. Like, hey man, here's some more. I'm like, there are more talk on other channels about some 10 Rock than there is lives on the Rock Files channel.
That's crazy.
Really is.
I didn't even know that. I'm new to this because, like I said, I don't watch none of these ninjas. I don't be watching nobody, bro. So it's interesting. I didn't know that.
And listen, and keep in mind, these channels that are subscribed to, hey, still rock with them. Still will sit here and say they got the right to do what they do.
Yeah.
But it's just odd. And a lot of it is guilt by association. That's understandable. Even that's kind of in. But if it's on, but what else is to flip it around? If it's on a Rock Files channel on a community post, okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah.
You see it on the Rock Files channel community post, you got the right to talk about the channel. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But the whole 10 Rock thing is just weird. The whole personal individual thing for what? And look, and Innovate, and gotta salute Innovate.
Yeah.
Because this is public information. It's on the community post. Innovate say, I ain't gonna lie, bro. A lot of people want to hear what you think. Why? But why? There's no you. There is no damn 10 Rock. It's just a Rock File channel, dog. It ain't this heavy, man. But look, ABA, just to really divulge this even happens in the tour world, right? Like, our position in the tour world is just booking, right? We book, we organize some promo, we basically move the money and get the show done. But lo and behold, it'll take one group on there that'll say a group name. Like, salute to Mighty Mystic. Mighty Mystic, you can look them up, National Act. They're talking about one of our groups. That, hey man, we love Leaving Lifted. Salute the Boss Entertainment Group. Oh, okay. Where'd that come from? But all right, rock on. It's one of these things that this was never the design to be an individual public figure. Never wanted that. Salute to those that do. All right. But that is not the case here. This is not that channel. Granted, nobody gonna hear that. That will not get clipped up. That will not get listened to. Got it. But it has been officially stated, and this will be consistently held up. This channel is not a personal channel. It is not for fame. It is not for popularity. Look, this channel could go down to YouTube reported 10 subscribers. It'll still be the same. We will pop up on here. We want to still give the virtual battle rap awards and all this stuff. Keep our discussions. Could care less. Because don't forget, this is also the channel. Gotta say this as a PSA and then shut up. This channel has no respect for YouTube numbers. They're fake. Their algorithm isn't a what, it's a who. We don't care. The hell we care about? Well, YouTube says you got 319 subscribers. For those that are actually subscribing, respect to you. But a lot of that are fake numbers. Here's another one where you got all these views. That's cool. Respect to that. Fake numbers. Why are we calling it fake? It is not to discredit the human beings that are involved. It's to discredit the accounting system of YouTube that has went public over and over again to say their algorithm is a who and it picks and chooses. This is not objective information. We're not going to live a life nor have a business attached or have a status or value attached to something, some strange organization that has some invisible picking and choosing going on to tell you what's going on. Not happening. Peace. So what? And respectfully, none of these social media numbers mean anything because does it translate to anything? Like watch this. BA, tour lesson real quick. There have been bands, and we're not going to stay here long. There have been bands that have stated, hey, we got 3 billion Spotify streams, 3 billion with a B. Then a booker will go book them. Oh, if you got 3 billion Spotify streams, we got to book you because we know the people go come out. Now, you get a venue. Venue has 1,000 people capacity, right? They booked the 3 billion super child of Spotify. Please ask right now, when they booked them, how many people came to see them in person in a 1,000-seat arena? TikTok, 100.
100. 3 billion.
100. Now look, being a data person, 100 is 10% of 1,000. Where are the other umpteen amount of billions of people? Oh yeah, because they just streamed it. It doesn't mean they're going to show up and give you money.
Yeah, that's if they even really were real people, like you were saying.
This look, this the same BA, this the same culture that has took a dump on caffeine, rightfully so, by the way. Caffeine numbers are fraud, they're fake, they don't translate, but yet and still you're pumping up YouTube. Has it dawned yet that the same way caffeine is fake? Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. The same way caffeine was fake is the same way social media is fake. Bravo! Niggas stupid, bruh. These niggas stupid.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. But
All
this,
right, had to get that bar off. Go ahead.
I have to say this. It's a psychological thing that because I like to, well, damn, I can say this to you because it's a late nighter, but I like to read, right?
Okay.
And because I like to learn through books, not just what people be saying or whatnot. And I like to study. I like to do all of that stuff in my off time just to enhance, just to know what the fuck is really going on in life, and just look at things from multiple different perspectives. Sometimes things that I don't understand. And one thing that I've noticed in the psychology sense, right, is usually when people are looking at ways to do good or to be better, right, or to just find different ways to help them get paid or to help to watch to make them feel better. They look at when they look at stuff, when they're looking for things, they often find things, but they never look the things that they find that can temporarily patch up. They never look at the negativity in those things that can really be messing them up in regards to continuing to watch them. And this is like a psychological thing that a lot of people got going on because a lot of people don't like to do the full research. They only like to do half. Oh, it's good enough for now.
Uh-huh.
So when you start talking about the caffeine thing and ordeal in the YouTube, people they don't want to see the bad in YouTube. They just want to see the good because people don't want to admit when they're wrong about themselves and their decisions and how they move and what they think and how they think of people and how they think of things. This is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. And,
So,
and also just to follow that point about your reality, right? It is, yes, there are human beings, actual flesh and blood human beings behind some of these YouTube accounts. Yes, there are. There are human beings in chat behind those accounts. Yes. The thing is, these are not the human beings that are given the account of these views or subscribers, man. These are, we're not going to go crazy of who these YouTube weirdos are, but the Google YouTube people are some weirdos that are telling you lies about how many see your content, man. And guess what you can do about it? Do you have a checkpoint system to check out their accounting system? Do you have something to check out the system that check out the system? You do not. Seriously, individuals on these social media platforms, whether they want to hear it or not, you're depending on weirdos. You look, granted, there's other weirdos here. We know that. But these are these type of weirdos. You don't know them. They don't know you. Yet and still, they done came up with smoke and mirrors to tell you these are your subscribers, these are your views, and this is your value. Ladies and gentlemen, you have walked straight up into a social credit account system. Look it up. Look up the social credit score. Please look it up because that's what you've walked into. And assess and give life to this is asinine. It doesn't mean anything. Now, that's this rant. Take that information, respond as you will. It is not for BA. This is for the audience. Take that information and respond as you will. But just know there's no argument that you don't know these Google people. They're on record saying an algorithm is a who, not a what. So these little devices you do with, well, it'll trigger the algorithm. Trigger the algorithm means that this will be something that a human being behind the screen will go ahead and give you a reward. It's a slavery system. It's a social credit score. And for that this place can do whatever. That's why we don't go live that much here. You don't get it wrong. Yes, we will go live to chop it up about battle rap. Maybe clear some things up. Of course, live about sports. Of course. But it's going to be done for entertainment only. It's not going to be done for a goal. We're not after nothing here. We're just kicking out thoughts, man. Kicking out conversation. That's it. And that's as far as it's going to go. For those that take it more serious than that, salute to you. You have that option. No problem. We got other things we take serious over here, like actual important things. This is not it. It's not important. Sorry. It's not. Way more important things are going on. Offline, by the way. You know, ABA, since the brother cooking, we're going to go here.
Yeah, you talking right now. You see me, I'm quiet. I'm listening.
So watch this. There's all this talk amongst battle rap. Screen battle rap, virtual, now digital, versus outside battle rap or mainstream, right? And of course, virtual as we know, digital as it's called. It gets down. Well, you know, the goal is outside battle rap. That's what a real is outside. Really? The same ones that say real is outside. That's the phrase they say. Real is outside for battle rap, right? Then if real is so outside for battle rap, how come real is not outside for your value? How come real is not outside for your audience? How come real is not outside for your actual views, your actual subscribers? Where's the real now? Oh, I got it. It's only outside when it's battle rap. But when you want to use some stranger stats, now it's on screen. Now it's virtual.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talk your ish, sir. Talk your ish.
You know, hey, consider it, and then remember to do what you will, whoever it is, do what you will.
And I want to say this is the last word because I'm about to get up out of here, man. But when it comes to if you are, for all of y'all out there that's listening, I want y'all all to know, because I know y'all are listening now. If y'all not listening, somebody's listening that's on a part of y'all teams or whatever that's gonna cut and clip all of that stuff, whatever they do. I don't have an issue with nobody out there. I really don't, because none of y'all pay my bills. None of y'all do none of that. If you truly want to know how I really, really feel about this virtual side, I've said it in bits and pieces. And how I feel about the people on the virtual side. I mean, there's some cool people, but it's a lot of weirdness going on. And if you are really, truly about the culture like you say you are, let's stop gossiping like bitches. Like, let's stop. And let's get back to the actual raps, if that's what you into. Now, if that's not your lane and your lane is on some gossipy or messy or whatever the type stuff that a lot of y'all be on, then so be it. Be in that lane. I'm not knocking you for being that way. But just make sure that you actually divide that from the actual culture of battle rap. Mm-hmm. If you are trying to uplift the culture and put it where it's supposed to be, where people are making it fun again, making it to where people are talking about it, making it to where like people are doing bar breakdowns. Oh, do you remember this bar? Do you remember this battle? Do you remember? If that's what your content's gonna be and that's what it's about, let it be that. Mm-hmm. If you're not trying to do that, but you say that you are a part of the culture and that you're on that, then you are a part of the problem. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. But if ain't nobody going to tell you, Uncle BA is going to tell you. But once again, I don't have no issue with none of y'all. I wish y'all the best because I'm probably most likely never going to meet any of y'all in real life for real. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing, bad things, whatever. I really don't care when it comes to that. But Be easy, man, and just uplift the culture. You don't gotta like me. You don't gotta like the people that I'm cool with. You don't gotta like rock. You don't gotta like nobody. But at least like the culture and respect the culture. But that's all I gotta say. But Rock, I appreciate you, bro, as always, man, for giving me a space.
No, much respect, much respect. Everybody be sure to subscribe to Get Your Bars Up Reaction, Get Your Bars Up Media, live on YouTube, man. Have an excellent night, man.
You as well, sir. Salute.
Much respect, much respect. Salute, salute, salute. So that was BA from Get Your Bars Up Media. Okay, as usual. Look, we're going to have to probably pin this live in a place to where we can just refer to it. Hopefully some things got explained and cleared up. And look, where it goes from here is where it goes from here, man. You know, we're over here. We're going to stay over here. Again, what side is Rock on? Well, there is no 10 Rock. The Rock Files channel is on the side of the Almighty Yahuwah and on the side of Rock. That's it. We're here for battle rap. To be clear, we're here for data, information, conversation. That's it. That's as far as it goes. Not interested in no superstardom online. No cloud chase. We're just here to analyze, ask questions, break stuff down. And yes, once in a while, there will be a perspective given, but it will not just be a personal one. Not everything is personal. And here, nothing is personal. No harm is meant. Simple as that. That's where it stands. As usual, protect your peace. Protect your peace by staying in peaceful situations. Protect your family. Protect your energy. Ask yourself, is whatever energy you're spending on whatever topic or whatever issue, is it worth it? And definitely, please do way better media training, man. If you have a situation, you know, Greg the Great was up here earlier. You know, he was asked the question, did he get that situation taken care of? It was said that he did. All right. Until you do, go ahead and keep working on it. If it's to be worked on. Simple as that. But protect your energy. Please, in media training, don't be on the panel or live until your jacket gets worked out, until the situation is solved. May all women be protected. If you are a victim, all prayers are for you. If you want to reach out to get anything handled as far as any resources that can be given, you can hit up this channel, other channels that do have that interest. That does come first here. Even over battle rap. In addition to that, if you are a minor and you've been accosted in any way, if you've been hurt in any way, we're here for you. We can use whatever resource we can to help out. If that takes whatever we can do. If it can be done, it'll be done. And going back to media training, please stay off of panels and lives. Stay away from battles until you have worked out your situation and jacket. Apologize and balance out what you've done to whatever victim you've done it to. If you have not done it to these victims, if that is not accurate, please get your jacket clean. Simple as that. And if you do not do these things, you don't belong. Simple as that. You don't belong. All praise to the Almighty Yahuwah. And as usual, as we say right about now, rock on. Rock out.
I'm a slave, but your whole round was literally like alluding to this nigga being a slave and trying to kneel to you and shit. Nobody kneeling to you. Get out of here with that. Gangsta? Why is your name Gangsta? How you stink more than weed?
And nigga want to sit here and keep asking me questions about Sailor Moon like it's on the menu like an honorable mention, and you want to sit here and ask me a lot of gay questions. Your genuineness be all fake, honestly. WWE, I feel like you always on the edge to ask gay shit, and then you think you know me, and then you was dying to put your friend on the pedestal. Make it make sense. Nigga literally had to draft Kings just to see a fan duel.
Latin King's eye told me let's cut straight to the chase. He vanished from the scene, not a trace. He told me to swear to God, did you see it coming? Or were you blindsided because you was too busy thumping? Through Angry Birds? That was a distraction. While your other half faced the fatal action. A bottle was thrown, a light was spun sideways. Now he's just a tail caught up in your blurry maze. While he was caught up in a daze, he was looking for better days. Until he was sent up there with God's praise.
Where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock?
10 rock and roll,